Long ago, the 6 mortal gods banished monsters from our world and blessed our people with 500 years of utopian peace. The Republic of Auredane enjoyed freedom from war and suffering over the centuries, but such idyllic times were not to last. An insidious evil crept back into the world, quietly gnawing at the edges of our peace. And then the mountain rose. Hollow Mountain burst from the land like a blade thrust through flesh, and monsters flowed like blood from the wounds it carved in the world. A tyrannical warlock united the monsters under his banner and brought the Age of Peace to a bloody end. War raged for a decade, and a realm unused to suffering and death was quickly overrun. Yet even in this dark hour, hope was not lost. 6 bold heroes, gathered from the corners of the continent, joined their strength so that they might put an end to the war that had ravaged their homeland. These heroes of the light, Mara, Zephyr, Astrid, Tycho, Aceranon, and Krauna, are assembled at the base of Hollow Mountain. The 6 Lightbringers are prepared to enter the Mountain of Evil, rise to its zenith, and destroy Renault to put an end to the war of monsters once and for all. They believe that this will be the end of their journey, but the world of the banished monsters is hungry, and the heroes' trials are only just beginning. Welcome everyone to Worlds Apart, an actual play RPG show where my friends and I play Dungeons and Dragons and tell an epic story along the way. My name's James Haeck. I'm a D&D game designer and the co-author of the official Dungeons and Dragons adventure Waterdeep Dragon Heist and the Critical Role Tal'Dorei campaign setting. But most importantly, now I'm the dungeon master of this story with all of you. Let me introduce you to my friends. Right here on my right, Cedric. Over here, Hannah and Gwen. On my left, Kat, Kiku, and Jenna. Hey Cedric, will you tell us a little bit about your character?
I would love to. I am playing an elf paladin named Zephyr. They are from the Temple of Kieva near Broadfurrow, and they have joined this party to protect nature, the natural order, and the people they care about most.
Oh, sweetheart.
I love them.
I'm playing Mara, a human barbarian. She's the chieftain of the Skycolor people, a tribe in the Valashi Desert. And she wants to defeat the Dark Warlock Renault to protect her people and protect her children.
I'm playing Astrid, a tiefling warlock, Pact of the Celestial. She's from a sea cave in the southeast part of the Republic. And she's here to be a hero.
I'm playing Krauna, or as she's more widely known, Crown Glory, Fortune, Hallelujah.
Isn't that the other way around? You refuse to tell anyone your full name.
No, it's like that name is known. She just doesn't go by it. She's a tiefling bard, College of Swords, and she's from Half Moon City. And she's here to reclaim her status and glory, and also sort of because she was coerced into it.
My character's name is Tycho. He's a human rogue from the streets of Omabel. He was an urchin and became a thief. And thanks to Mara, he's joined up with this group because he wants to provide for his adopted elven parents in a way that's more legal.
Cool. I'm playing Aceranon. She's a half-orc grave cleric. She is from a small temple of Narragal near Port Silverwing. And her mission as a cleric of death, essentially, is to rid the world of the undead and aberrations, which is basically the whole thing that Renault is going for.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hot time in this dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Does your robot friend count as an aberration?
Oh no, it is a construct.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Aberrations are sort of Cthulhu-oid eldritch creatures from beyond the stars, basically. Mind flayers.
Not playing an alien.
This little guy, he's an aberration, his squid face. My friend Mazmataz made this for me, and I love him very much. I love this little illithid.
He's gonna set that right down on the board, and we're gonna have to fight a giant.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight the giant mind flayer.
He's made out of yarn. We'll just set him on fire.
Oh, quick note about Crowna's name. Crown Glory, Fortune, Hallelujah is like a public name. People know it. It's like a stage name, kind of. It's not the name she was born with. She goes by Crowna to her friends.
Okay.
Crown Glory to people who don't know her.
Got it. So I'm going to address the camera right now because some of the names and places that you heard of in this character introduction you may not be familiar with. They're not part of the Forgotten Realms or Exandria or Eberron or any other setting you may be familiar with. This is a setting that I've made up specifically for this game. It's set in the Republic of Auredane, and if you look at some of the supplemental material we'll be posting soon, you can look at the map and all of the stuff related to that.
Lots of maps. Joey loves maps.
I love maps. I love maps so much.
We know.
Let's get right into this story. Our 6 heroes are preparing to attack Hollow Mountain, an evil fortress from which thousands upon thousands of monsters have flooded into their world and ravaged the lands of Auredane. Their mission is to climb to the top of the mountain from inside, defeat the evil warlock Renault, and the monstrous army that he commands. Heroes, you have just returned to the Auredanian military camp in the Shattered Plains from a scouting mission that took you deep below the earth. On this mission, you discovered a secret entrance to Hollow Mountain, and you now have only 24 hours remaining to go underneath the Mountain of Evil, climb to its zenith, and defeat Renault once and for all. So you've just climbed out of this pit, and you have emerged in the middle of the camp, and there's a little bit of commotion going on right now. People are looking over the next hill, and they're pointing at something. They're talking, "What's that over there? Look at that. Do you see that? There's a banner up on top of that thing." Night is falling right now. It's maybe about 7 in the evening around summer, late summer, and the sun is just dipping beneath the mountains. And these are the things you can see in the camp before you. There are the soldiers, many tents, white but stained practically brown by dust and dirt and ash. There is the command post, a circular silver tent, which you know the 3 generals leading this army reside in and prepare battle strategy from. And new on the horizon, this thing that many people are pointing towards, is a gleaming white palanquin that has just come over the hill, and it is being carried or guarded by an escort of 6 heavily armed humans or humanoid creatures. And on top of the palanquin, sort of, to the side, there is a long pole sticking up that bears a standard, a long vertical banner that bears the image of 3 stars in a vertical line. That constellation, every single one of you would instantly recognize as the holy symbol of Astera, goddess of civilization.
Well, everyone, looks like my ride is here. It was nice meeting all of you. I'm just gonna
Really?
hop on that now.
You're leaving? You wish.
Nice meeting you, kid. Cheers.
Just ignore her.
One
This is
day
my
you will
whip.
blaspheme too far and I will destroy you.
Oh, you can try. Baby, you can try.
I put her in a headlock.
Make a strength check. Make a dexterity check.
Grapple.
Dex check. Just like a straight dex check?
Yeah.
Okay. 20? Not natural 20.
13.
So-
I duck right under. I'm short enough.
So are you actually going over towards that palanquin?
No.
Okay.
I was just like, that's my whip.
Oh, you don't want to go to your ride? Can I try to pick her up again and move her over there?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
She's like a foot taller than you, so...
Yeah, I should have advantage. I'm way taller.
No.
Make a straight strength check. If you want to pick her up, go for it.
That's the oracle, isn't it?
7. I'm really bad at this. I'm tired after
So,
this.
have you just, run away from her?
I'm ducking and weaving under her arms, She's kind of, she's Miss She's not estimating very well how tall I actually am.
Mhm.
I got the horns that give me a little extra height, so I look like taller than my actual 5'2".
I'm gonna swoop in and hug Krona and hold her still. Just give her a hug.
Okay. So you go over to your half-sister.
God, it's just
You put your arm around her.
It's just restrained Crown town today.
So Saranon and Astrid are both sort of trying to grab Krauna. What are the rest of you doing?
The other day, didn't they say something about the oracle?
Oh, the
coming?
high priest.
The high priest, or...
Yes, he is coming to give a blessing, and you are not going to touch that palanquin.
Ugh.
That must be.
Is there some etiquette we're supposed to know?
The palanquin is just for the high priest. It is.
I mean, I assume it's gonna park, and then he's gonna get out, and then we're gonna bow.
It is his
or
mode of
something.
transportation, and it is. It would be highly rude for anyone outside of the clergy, specifically of Hallstedt's clergy, to mess with it.
What is
Krona.
What does a blessing mean? What is it? Do we need that?
Yes,
No.
it would be very
It
helpful.
might help us not die.
But like how?
You will find out.
Magic?
Oh.
The six will guide us.
As you're deliberating, the palanquin grows closer and closer to the camp till it's basically at the edge of it. And a group of people begin erecting a tent, one very similar to the silver circle of the command tent. And it's very much at the edge of camp, gleaming white, just like the palanquin. And the vehicle is carried over to the tent. And a figure steps out of the cloth draping of it. It is a person that is dressed in a very simple white robe. They have a small silver amulet around their neck, and there is an unadorned white hooded cowl draped completely over their face. And they pass directly from the vehicle. They look to the guard that opened the cloth, raise a single hand in respect, and they pass right into the tent that's been set up for them.
Maybe they have sensitive skin or something.
Shield from the sun.
When it is time to receive our blessing, he will call for us.
Can we take a nap?
Can we get some food?
Meanwhile,
Yes, it will be good to rest. We have just come from a very.
You are beginning to feel a little bit hungry. You've been fighting for the past couple of hours traveling.
Where's the mess tent?
The mess tent? It is this long, dirty tent, maybe 100 feet long, that is fairly close to you. It's all mingled with the soldiery.
I don't want to go there. Tico, sweetheart. I'm feeling a little bit peckish.
Okay. Oh, it's just time for you to get your own food then. Come on, Krona. Do not make him do your work for
And
you.
I don't know, my feet hurt a bit. If you were going in to
I
get
can do that.
I'd really
Chico,
appreciate
I'm
do
gonna-
not make
Chico,
her
I'll
look
just
bigger than
be
it is.
in my
Chico.
tent
I
over
grab
there.
Krauna and Tico by
I
the
grab-
scruffs of their necks and pull them over to the mess tent.
Okay.
Our
Such
tipsters.
a mom move.
So you make your way over towards the mess tent forcibly, carried by the back of your collar.
I'm trying to walk in a dignified way, but I'm still grabbing the back of my shirt. This is a nice shirt, Chief. I would appreciate it if you
Oh,
could
so
unrip it.
you'll
I
want to
don't-
change before we go fight Renault then?
Do I? I also want to look good, is the thing. Also, if you could let go, I can walk myself. Thank you.
I just pick her up just a little bit and then put her down at the entrance.
Okay.
I hear a stitch rip, and I'm like,
You should get some better tailoring.
ooh, you want to fix it for me, Mom?
If we have time before we fight, sure.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Let's eat.
The mess tent is loud and crowded.
I have two moms now.
The mess tent is filled with soldiers. They're loud. They're cracking jokes. Some of them see you and begin sort of trying to get you over to them. They're like, "Hey, heroes! We recognize Mara. Hey, that's a Saranon. Come on over here."
Oh.
Put on my
Yeah,
earrings.
right.
Yeah, who responds to people calling their name and trying to drag them over?
Borrow waves.
Okay.
I put on my proverbial aviators or whatever and just
What are
shovel.
real
I don't know.
Yeah, you need a visor
or
object for
something.
this.
Okay.
You have a visor like at a bingo night?
Yes, a visor, like at a
It's like one my grandmother wears.
like in a
with the
dragon
same
chest.
yeah,
face.
like an Asian mom's tai chi visor. Put it down, get my food, get out of the tent.
Is that a magical item?
Yes.
disguise self.
Visor of shade.
Yeah, I think
Crown is always bringing the shade.
Okay. You get your food. If you want, you could go to the command tent and speak with the generals there. But if you just want to go to your nighttime routine, that works fine for me. So you eat your food. You get that all dealt with. How do Zephyr and Saranon get ready for the night? What do they do in the evening?
Well, every night, every morning, we braid each other's hair into this very, I won't say fanciful, but it is a little bit more extravagant than a normal braid would be. And so every night we take them down and we put them into more practical, sleeping, able braids. Both of us have a lot of beads in our hair.
A lot of nights we write letters to Sarah's parents.
But we just did that last night, so we don't need to do that again. Unless you want to update them again.
Well, I just want to write a few things down so I don't forget for the next letter.
Alright. Let me get my paper out. And I get like a few sheets and all the ink and I set it up. Let me braid your hair while you do that so you
Okay.
can multitask.
And is this the morning or the evening? Remind me.
Evening.
The evening.
Okay, it's in the evening.
I feel like I don't know why I'm doing my Sarah voice when I'm narrating.
I was wondering.
no, it's beautiful. I like it.
I feel like she would have done this with a lot of the younger members of her temple, so she kind of half unconsciously like is humming while she does it, and it's like a very old like orc tune that her dad taught her as a child. And then probably once I'm done braiding their hair, I'm gonna clean off my weapons and my armor and maybe sharpen them.
Nice.
I should do that too.
Standard battle prep stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. Do you like polish your armor?
No,
Okay.
not fancy.
Yeah. What do Mara and Tico do for the evening?
Yeah, I think Tico's general habit usually involves finding a place nobody can stumble on him in the night.
Yeah.
So I think this is all kind of out of the realm of his familiarity, being in like a tent.
Right.
It seems kind of...
He just sleeps out in the field and someone trips over him.
No one trips over him because he's out of the way.
Big bug eyes open. He just away.
Sleeps under a rock, thank you very much. Just dig a hole. Like Patrick Star.
Yeah.
But I think Mara would probably not want him to sleep under a rock tonight.
Mara doesn't want him to wake up in the morning and have huge bags under his eyes. And...
That's just how he looks. That's just how he is.
There's nothing you can do about that one.
He's probably taking as much food as he can, though, because that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Never know when you might need this.
Yeah.
Mara's
Yeah.
definitely gonna eat a nice big meal because she knows from experience she doesn't like to eat a big meal right before a big battle. So she's gonna eat a lot tonight and enjoy that, camp cooked food. She kind of misses the tastes and spices of the food that her tribe makes in the Valashi Desert. But then she's just gonna be sitting outside her tent, sharpening her axes and preparing.
Right on. And our last two, Astrid and Krona.
I think Krona's tuning her cello. She's not in her tent. I think she's gone to the edge of camp. Not that she objects to anyone hearing her. She's very much a performer, but this is sort of a very, serious, meditative time for her. So she's really concentrating. She's playing music out there, just really low, quiet, soothing sounds, and people can hear her drifting in from the edge of tent. And maybe some people stop and listen, but she's not doing it to perform. She's doing it for herself.
Did you say serious and meditative
I know,
in context
Right?
of Krona?
That's why she's doing it at the edge of camp where no one can witness this.
Her brand.
Her brand. The sacred brand.
Like a bardic inspiration accidentally drifts into someone.
Ow!
That's not for you.
I braid Zephyr's hair
people's
so
gates.
well.
Astrid.
Astrid's gonna finish up her food. She eats surprisingly spicy food because she's resistant to fire damage. And then she's just gonna go looking for Krona, viola in hand, because she wants to play with her big sister.
Do you find her?
Probably. She's hard to miss, even if she's being quiet.
And there's the sound of her cello drifting over the wind. Maybe it takes a little searching. It's like, what direction is it? Yeah, I'd say you find her. Do you guys end up doing this sort of meditative ritual of music together, or are you too spiky right now?
I think as Astrid approaches, like, Krona takes note of her approaching, but she keeps, like, concentrating, not, like, ignoring her. She's just, like, doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if Astrid's gonna join her, then she can join her. Go ahead.
Yeah, Astrid walks up and kind of just... and then
You gonna show me what you can do?
You say that like you don't know.
You always... You could have new tricks up your sleeves.
Maybe I do. And then she starts... she tunes up and then starts playing. Just not necessarily like somber, but kind of down tempo, soothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about music.
Okay.
And nocturne, I guess.
Harmonizing.
Yeah, and night falls around you. Morning comes, and I want to ask all of you players if you're ready to enter this dungeon. If you have any money left that you want to spend on healing potions or equipment, supplies of any kind, do that now. And we'll flavor it sort of as you guys getting it over the course of the day, preparing.
Okay.
You had said at one point I could have a spyglass, and I was thinking anyway of flavoring it like Mara maybe got it from Tico.
Aw, cute.
Ooh.
Could that be something like Tico stole it and then sold it to Mara for way less than market value?
Like early on.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, you fenced hot goods to your friend Mara.
Before we were friends.
Okay. To your casual acquaintance Mara.
Yes. You know, I'll give you
client.
some...
Yeah, so that spyglass has a monogram on it.
Oh.
It is, and its monogram is the shape of a lion's head with the initials AN.
Mara doesn't know what a monogram is because nobody does that in the desert.
Yeah.
So she's like, why did somebody carve this common word for an article into the spyglass? That's strange. I have a little scene I want to do with Tico just before we head out.
When you wake up?
In the morning sometime.
Sure, you want to, so I'll have you guys wake up now. Morning dawns. Those of you who like to emerge from your tent in the morning and not just like suffer, walk out into the sun. It's a bright day. It's a hot day. Instantly, unless you're Mara, sweat begins to form on your brow. Or I guess unless you're the tieflings either. So if either of you three go out there, it's a bit, it's muggy, it's hot. Everyone is a little bit on edge right now. It's hours before a battle is about to begin. People are filled with nervous energy. They're trying to tend to their equipment, or they're talking with their friends, trying to pretend that they're not as stressed as they are. And over on the horizon, Hollow Mountain looms over everything. Its long shadow stretches over your camp in the morning sun. And even worse, the shadow of that fell cloud that surrounds the peak of the mountain, that bruise-colored blotch on the open sky that has only seemed to grow bigger over the past 7 days, casts its own large shadow over the plains. Mara and Tico, you meet up sometime as you're grabbing breakfast.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Slept pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. No too terrible dreams, so.
A soldier pushes between you, sort of like scooches in between you. You're in a tight, cramped hallway, keeps moving.
This is your first big battle.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, Tico, no heroics, okay? Don't
What
get
do you
yourself
mean?
killed. I don't want to be out there tipping a healing potion down your throat because you got in front of some sword blade. Be careful.
I'm always careful. I don't get hit.
Be careful.
You be careful too, though, because you're the one out like on the front line. I'm running away more often than not.
You'll be running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. We got this.
And I clap Tico on the back a little bit.
Make a strength save.
No! Tico. I just pull him into a hug.
No. I'm just joking.
I was gonna, yeah. Oh.
Great scene. Take some inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
Aw. Tico doesn't think he's ever gonna die.
Oh, can I get one of those I had left over?
Oh, you had it from last time. Does anyone have it from last time?
Nope.
Cool. There you go.
I wanted to do a quick thing with Zeph too, because I feel like every morning we kind of meditate together because we both have our respective gods to pray to.
Yeah.
But then after that, while I'm braiding your hair, I'm not going to tell you about this, but I'm doing a very, very special braid. It's something my father taught me, and it is meant strictly for your most trusted kinsman. And so it's like, you know how like in Lord of the Rings, the dwarves, every braid has a meaning?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like strength up top, sibling on the sides, and friend down the back. And I'm using like every single bead I can in there.
It weighs like 3 pounds more.
Took you a long time, Sarah.
But yeah, and it's just like my own way of like giving a blessing.
And she doesn't say that to Zeph. Okay.
That's so sweet. I want to give you inspiration, but I'm going to give it to Zeph instead.
If that's what Sarah would have wanted.
You gave
That's
me
the
this.
blessing.
Yeah. Okay. The morning goes by, and eventually, you are gathered by the general that brought you here to this camp. Silverscale approaches the two tieflings, and he says to you, rather gruffly, you can sense the tension in his brow, the stress in his shoulders, and he leans down from his formidable 7 feet and says, "We're gathering. I have this for each of you. I requisitioned them specially from Arvix." And he has these 2 leather pouches in his hand. They're squarish. They have a little strap. It's not like it's kind of like a messenger bag, and they're embroidered with these colorful beaded designs. And he passes them each to you. Place the things in them. Place the things that you find in the dungeon that you think have worth or power, or anything that stands out to you. Put the staff in it if you have to. These will carry everything you need and more. Look inside.
You're telling us to steal everything we can get our grubby little hands on?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
No, I will take the bag.
No, you're not here. You're not here.
What?
No,
Oh, I thought we were all in
Silverscale.
there.
No, Silverscale got these two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the
Go
tieflings.
away.
Yeah. So he hands the bag to you. And there's like a little bit of in your hand because his hand is all scaly, but it's like it's not like cuts or bleeding, but it's like, whoop, that's sandpaper.
Yeah, like, oh, just
A little
moisturize
kiss.
my hand.
Oh, I just have one thing to say to you. Don't put a portable hole in there. It will cause something very dangerous to happen.
Like what?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Yes, it will cause an explosion, and it will pull everything within something like 50 feet of it into the astral plane, and you'll all die.
Good to know.
All right.
Thank you, General. We'll make good use of these.
You're very welcome. I won't tell you what to store in there. I won't question what you bring out. But if there is grand treasure, consider that your reward. And he says, come now. We're heading to the pit. And each and every one of you have been taken to the center of the amphitheater, the stage of which has been blasted open and turned into a dungeon entrance, the same place that you scouted just yesterday. Your 24 hours have begun to slip through your fingers. I mean, you have maybe only 18 hours left to get to the top of Hollow Mountain and stop Renault. And you step out into the center of camp, and you are instantly greeted by thunderous applause, mixed with cheers and whoops. You look out, the sun is kind of stinging in your eyes, but you see an immense congregation of Auredanian soldiers. They're in the amphitheater. They have gathered here for some reason. You don't know if it's just to see you off or if it's to receive a speech or what, but it's hard to count them all. They're spilling out onto the plains beyond.
I see a crowd and I immediately whip a thaumaturgy and get a dramatic wind going around me, and I strut out there like,
You hear a shout, and one of the soldiers goes, Crowno, you're gonna slay!
woo! Yeah, I am! Thanks.
There's an elf that stands up in the back and holds their pike over their head and shouts, Zephyr! Scorch some bastards for the homeland! There is someone way far in the back that whistles really loud and says, Astrid, I love you!
Astrid, hops up in the air. I love you too!
Tico's hiding behind Mara.
Mara's gonna pat Tico on the shoulder and it's like, okay, I know you know how to show off. Ready?
No.
And she's gonna pick him up and toss him in the air so he can do some acrobatics.
He falls.
Make a dexterity check.
Can I assist?
Yes. Do it with advantage.
Dexterity, 13.
You grab him. You're adept at juggling.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
Yes.
I know how to juggle my axes.
Oh!
Yeah. So you raise your arms and you catch the boy, and there is a shout from 12 people off in one corner, and you see all of these very tall, brown-skinned, shirtless men with long black hair wielding axes and bearing tattoos of the Skycallers. Mercenaries that have joined with the Auredanian force, and they all shout, Mara!
Wait, of the Skycallers?
Yeah,
Okay.
of your tribe. And they all shout, Mara! Chieftain! Show him not to fuck with the Skycallers! And last of all, there is this person in deep black robes at the front of the stage, sort of huddled together, and she looks up at you with this very pale, pasty face, this half-elf, and says, Sarah, tell Nergal to eat their souls.
Yeah. I freaked out when Sarah would love it.
I was gonna say, is that too goth for Sarah?
No, that's too goth for me. Goth culture.
You with your white shirt and rainbow heart. And as suddenly as all of this uproarious applause began, it falls instantly silent. There is a crowd, the crowd of soldiers parts, and the white palanquin glides through the parting like a ship across water.
Is it crowd surfing on the...
No.
But could it be?
It could be. The people carrying it are strong and tall.
Fucking party priest, sure.
Party priest. So the heavily armored soldiers carrying the palanquin draw right up to the opposite side of the pit, across from you, and they set their vessel down and part its gauzy curtains. And a man emerges from the palanquin, maybe 5 feet, 8 to 10 inches tall, steps out. He's wearing those same simple white robes, almost like an acolyte's. And he has that medallion around his neck, that hexagonal, almost snowflake-shaped medallion that represents the holy symbol of the Six. And he has the hood that covers his face. He looks straight at you, pulls down his hood, and smiles at you. His face is very light brown, and he walks towards you with his hands clasped. And with every step he takes, his short, curly black hair sort of springs a little bit as he approaches. And he has crossed to your side of the pit. He's maybe 4 to 5 feet from you. And he stops before you, inclines his head, raises it, and says this, Blessings of the six gods be upon you, champions. My name is Ashvel Meren. I am the Oracle of Aztera and High Priest of the Six, but most importantly, I am honored to be in your presence. Six heroes, you carry the hope of all people of Auredane to save them from tyranny. Your group is an auspicious number. As High Priest of the Six Gods, I have preached daily to my congregation about when the six gods took mortal form so many years ago to deliver us from the monsters in their time. Now, you six have been gathered here to finish the work that they were unable to complete centuries ago. Before you pass into the Mountain of Evil, I give you my blessing. And Ashvel stops and draws several silver medallions, much like the one he is wearing around his neck, from a pouch on his belt. And he turns first to Aseranon, who is closest to him, and gestures for her to lower her head and present her neck. And he places these amulets around your necks, one by one in turn, sort of going down the line. And let me show you what they look like. And you raise your heads, now with the medallions around your neck, and he steps back, opens his arms, and looks at each of you in turn and says, "Six heroes, I pronounce you here Lightbringers, the carriers of all of our hope. These hopes are held in the holy symbols now resting upon your chests. Please, may the light of the six guide you." And without waiting for a response, he turns around. He turns his back to you and his front to the soldiers, and he raises his arms higher and says, "Soldiers of Auredane, give these Lightbringers a hero's farewell, and may you give them a hero's welcome when they return." And the crowd again bursts out into applause. There's cheering. You guys, maybe you're looking among yourselves. They could care less what you're doing right now. They're engrossed in the spectacle. Astrid's doing something.
Astrid casts Thaumaturgy and summons a shower of cherry blossom petals and sparkles.
Oh, cute.
Oh yeah, Crowned joins in on that, like drawing like sparks in the crowd, like golden sparks.
Nice. The people who are watching that, they see the display, and there's a little woo.
We're all about the drama.
Yeah.
Can I just real quick check and see if these diamonds are real?
Absolutely. Make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. That's just a 3, so.
You're a bit distracted.
I'm overwhelmed.
Like you're like looking at this and you're like, "Can you quiet? Can you just I'll look at this later."
I need to listen to the diamonds.
I have a process, I have a system.
Yeah. You look at that and you're like, I'll look at this later, and you're
I can tell someone it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is for the fate of everything. I hope I'm not being too dramatic.
Hey,
We appreciate that little around here.
thank you for your blessing.
Absolutely, Mara.
Astrid bows deeply.
Astrid, thank you. Well, if you have no other business here, my blessings be with you. The dungeon awaits.
Peace.
There are rope ladders that have been thrown down into the pit. You can climb down easily.
I like him a lot more than I thought I would like a high priest of Omavel.
I still don't understand what the blessing did.
Yeah, me neither, for that matter.
I think it was
this
for the
also
people.
is kind of cramping my style, so I
Just
like
tuck
kind
it
of
in your shirt.
yeah, I kind of disdainfully like
Yeah,
take it.
absolutely. Are you like trying to tweak this guy?
Is he like out of view already?
No, he might like be looking the other way.
Oh, yeah, I'll just do it whenever. I'm not like making eye contact.
bastard.
I'm just like, I don't want it.
Yeah, cool.
I like thread mine in with my other, so they're like
Oh, nice.
tangled together and they kind of hang together.
I'm gonna make mine more like a choker because I don't want it to flop around.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's a good fashion statement.
Good statement piece.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody to be able to grab it in combat. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Mara's gonna tuck it into her kind of shawl.
Cool. All right, you descend into the dungeon then. You remember how you scouted originally. You retrace your steps through the chasm and through the structure beneath Hollow Mountain.
I'm gonna suggest that Tico, being light on his feet, scout ahead a bit, make sure there's nothing waiting for us.
Oh yeah.
But before you go, here. Astrid shuts her eyes and places her hands like this, and all of you feel a slight tingling warmth at the back of your neck, and you all gain 9 temporary hit points.
Oh, thanks, man.
Astrid touches Tico's necklace and casts light on it.
Yours is just full of helpful tricks. Okay, so should I roll to sneak or?
Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
10, but plus 11. So.
Very good. Yeah, you keep to the shadows. You know how to like cover up that medallion if you're worried like going around a corner. You put it around, look about, and you basically scout through the entire path that you went through the other day, just yesterday, and it is completely empty. It has not been, like, you brought down that gate well. Nothing else has gotten in here since last time. So you find yourselves in that last room, the 4 sarcophaguses with the inert mummies in them line the walls, and the portcullis that you brought down and locked from this side is now, it's still standing completely shut. There is a lever on your side you can pull to raise it.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I hope Renault is more of a challenge than his apprentice.
Do you though?
I'm like over with my robot, like baby talking with it, like, oh, good robot.
Yeah, you walk
like
over.
in Orcish.
You walk over to.
Cooing in Orcish is actually just scary.
Oh, it's like a cat purring.
Oh, that'd be really cute.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So you walk over to the shield guardian that you stole off of the necromancer that you beat down here last time, and it doesn't like wave to greet you, but it reacts to your presence when you get within 60 feet of it, and that necklace sort of hums a little bit, this very soft buzzing.
Oh, this is the one I'm wearing as a rosary.
Yeah, it sort of buzzes around your wrist like a really annoying Apple Watch, and it inclines its head, it bends its knees a little bit, it looks at you.
Any news?
And you hear this little vroom sound that comes from within it.
Is that a yes?
It shakes its head.
Okay, good job. Pat pat.
Vroom.
What's its
I own a
name?
motorcycle.
Yeah, it's a moped revving.
Name it Harley.
No, its name is Agronak. I named it after my
that's
papa.
Oh, right.
So Agronek, the shield guardian, it doesn't stand at like military attention, but it stands ready.
Okay.
It follows your verbal commands. If you don't tell it to do anything, it won't do anything.
Yes. Are we ready to go through the door?
Let's
Give me
do
a
it.
second. Astrid, come here.
Yeah,
I clap my hands on like either side of her face, and you feel a little shock, and now you have inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
thank you. That's a D8, right?
Yep.
It's a D10 now.
It's a D10 now.
Ooh, yummy.
Eat the dice. Delicious. Go get your juice.
If only you could give more than one at a time. Oh wait, you can.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I have 4 every short rest.
Wait,
Oh. Yep.
Krona, before we go,
Spit it out.
can you tell me about our father?
Is everyone just like standing?
We're just like pretending not to listen.
As soon as Astrid says that, Zephyr sort of walks over
Kind of
to Sarah.
into the background.
Yeah,
Just like
I should be here for this.
Tico is just listening intently.
he's sitting like right
Yeah.
there, like
Cross legs.
I love gossip.
Is this not the scene?
Astrid, honey. I'm choking. I swallowed my spit. I'm dying.
Do you need healing?
No.
Smack.
I imagine Crown is actually doing this.
Oh, yeah,
and Astrid-
Yeah. Sweetheart, we've gone over this. There's not really a lot to say.
But you haven't said anything.
Yeah. What is it you want to know? What could you possibly gain from this information? Like, why is it
Insight
important?
into myself, into you,
Into
my family.
Ugh.
I don't even know his name.
It's Wick.
Like a candle?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That's just what I always called him anyway. Anyway,
Calm down.
look, this is really not. No, what? No, I just called him Nick. Look, this is really not the place. But I'll tell you what. Once it's all said and done, and we all get out of here, glorious, crowned with a halo of victory as heroes, right?
Yeah.
Then I will tell you everything.
Okay.
Yeah, love it. Good.
You know you've like doomed us, right?
Yeah.
You did that on purpose.
That's what the biggest idiot in the horror movie says right before they die.
Let's be real. Crown would be like, yeah, let's get the demons, and then die immediately.
A cloud of smoke.
Crown is just gonna die on purpose now, so she doesn't have to tell us.
Oh, well, guess I'll
Get them out.
jump into the volcano.
You stand at the closed iron gates of Hollow Mountain.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Who's gonna pull that lever?
Oh,
Why not
I'm
the
pulling
robot?
that lever.
All right, Mara. You grab this thing, both hands, full. Make a strength check.
That is a non-natural 20.
Very nice. Yeah, you pull against these hard, stuck gears, and there is a loud lurching sound. And the lever fully down to your side, and the gate begins to grind. You can hear a free chain from the lever you broke on the other side sort of rattling and whistling in its socket as it pulls up, and it goes, and it stalls about 3.5 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's enough.
Looks like we're playing Limbo.
Can you push it up a little bit more?
I'll help him with that.
He's strong.
He's gonna make what's his strength modifier?
+4.
You're gonna help
I'm
him?
gonna help him.
Oh, poor Reaper.
So between the two of you, he, the robot, the shield guardian, lifts up its wrists, swivel into a better lifting position, and
Mara
it
does
begins
not
to
have a wrist
strain.
swivel.
It's straining against it.
Mara puts her shoulder under there and just stands up.
Okay, and you, with the rest of your strength, push it up to about a just shy of 6 foot gap.
Everyone go, 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 go.
All right.
Run.
One by one, you pass underneath the portcullis. The robot is still standing there.
Okay, Agrona, can you swivel yourself so you're on our side now, and then let the gate down?
Mara, are you still in there?
No, I'm following Tico.
Okay. And it retracts its hands gingerly, and the gate just lurches back down to that 3.5 foot. You ascend the staircase from the basement, and you emerge into a circular chamber that's about 100 feet in diameter. In the center of this chamber, emerging from a stone ring like a well, is a vertical column 10 feet wide of crackling deep blue magical energy that shoots from beneath the floor and continues hurtling upwards past the ceiling. All around the room, maybe about 20 or 30 feet off of the ground, there is a ring of 6 leering gargoyles with goat-like horns and hooves that all stare down at you with unmoving eyes and their tongues lolling out of their head. A little souvenir for all of you.
You want that?
Yeah, why not?
She's into some freaky stuff, you know?
On the floor, there are 2 shimmering rivers of blue energy that are sort of mosaic tiled into the floor. They emerge from the well of magic in the center, and they travel, they cut the room into a quarter and 3/4. They travel towards 2 staircases on the far wall away from you that look very similar to the one you just emerged from, but they are blocked by stone doors with a rune, a simple triangle, like a delta, but conceivably a mountain, sketched into them. Through the column of energy, on its other side, you can see the vague silhouette of a robed figure, humanoid in stature. The sound of his low voice, chanting, can be just barely heard over the thrumming of magical energy in this room. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Stealth checks. Stealth checks.
Stealth checks?
Stealth checks.
Let's use your passive stealth. Take your stealth bonus and add 10 to it.
21.
10.
Okay.
Wait, really?
Because my stealth is
Oh
0.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
13.
big.
Okay.
12.
12. 13.
Okay. 10 ain't gonna cut it. 13 ain't gonna cut it either, I'm afraid. So basically this is like a passive group check I just called from all of you. So like about half of the group didn't meet the passive check. So the noise you're making, maybe you're whispering to one another, maybe your armor's clanking, whatever, makes some noise as you ascend the staircase. And the figure stirs. It looks up, and the incantation he's chanting stops. He lowers his hands, and he walks over towards the river of energy flowing through the floor on the northwest of the room and glances at you. He is wearing a mask, a golden mask in the shape of a leering demon with these tall horns emerging. And he peers at you and says, "Ah! 6 of you. 6 heroes, I assume."
No, 6 villains. No, we're here to kick your ass, probably.
You're looking for my master, Renault.
Oh, okay.
How many flunkies does this guy have?
Yeah, kind of insecure. How do you need so many?
My master has taken on many apprentices in his long years. I am devoted to the fiend, Orcus. You may have slain my companion, Alain, in the downstairs the other day.
Yep.
His devotion to the Old One did him no favors.
And what should we write on your grave?
I am Morgaunt.
Morgaunt than who?
Yeah.
Astrid casts mage armor and summons her sword.
Fair. He looks at you and says, "It's clear we have no more use for words. My master wishes to see you dead. I wish to fulfill his wishes. Shall we begin?"
I guess.
I'm gonna rage.
Roll initiative.
And with that,
How long does a potion of necrotic resistance last?
A full hour.
Okay. Save that.
Oh, I have
And has he
advantage.
seen
I
those
rolled
of us
like
who pass the
garbage.
passive stealth?
Yeah, this is just to be heard as you ascend the stairs.
Oh.
since I rolled before, I should have
Oh no!
Oh, not a good
Honestly,
one. Well,
yeah.
I'm getting it all out now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you gotta shoot
initiative
them all out
rolls,
there.
lowing roll is,
Who cares?
yeah. Krona.
8.
8 for Krona. Tico, I saw you get a 1.
Yeah, but it's +3.
Okay, 4.
Can't roll a 1 on initiative.
A Saranon?
I got 13.
13 for Sarah.
Or a critical fail.
How about Zephyr?
10.
10 for Zeph. Mara?
Nat 20 +2.
Ooh, 22 for Mara. And Astrid?
5.
Ooh, you're not last.
Not last.
Let's see this guy. 20.
Oh, jeez.
That's Morgaunt. And Zeph, what's your initiative bonus?
+2.
Okay. Mara, you've won initiative. You're probably about 80 feet away from Morgaunt right now.
Okay. Oh. How low is the ceiling?
The ceiling is very high. It's vaulted. It rises to about a dome with the highest point in the middle, and at its highest point, it's about 80 feet tall.
Okay. Mara closes her eyes briefly and seems to stand up straighter, look a little bigger, move a little faster as the spirit of the wolf flows through her.
That's
and she charges forward, pulling not yet her huge axe from her back, but a javelin. She is going to throw 2 javelins in quick succession at Morgaunt.
Nice. Make those rolls.
That is a 12 and a non-natural 20.
The 20 hits. The 12 strikes him, but his mage armor shimmers.
That is 10 damage to him.
10 damage. He laughs as the javelin digs into him. And he drags it. It sort of slowly pulls out of his mage armor, and he tosses it 10 feet away from him. The blessings of my great patron inure me against your physical weaponry. He's resistant. Also, fuck, do her eyes, like, change? Do her eyes go, like, gold and wolf-like when she rages?
Yeah. They change from black to golden brown.
Nice. Cool. He takes that javelin, scatters it across the ground, and it is, in fact, his turn. Morgaunt looks up at you, and he points a finger at you and says, "You are so eager to fight? Then you will be equally eager to die!" And he points a finger, and this sickly black ray of magic shoots right at your chest. And could I have a player's handbook real quick? He casts upon you Finger of Death.
Can I
Yeah, if you
I'm
want.
gonna counterspell that.
Oh, very good. At what level are you casting Counterspell? Oh, 5th level, I suppose.
I don't have a lot of options.
I'm still gonna need you to make a check. So Finger of Death is a 7th level spell. I'm gonna have to, so make a check, and I believe add your charisma modifier to it.
Oh my god. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make that. Never mind.
You can.
No,
It's a D20.
you've stated you're casting the spell.
Okay, fine. I have initiative or inspiration.
You can add
Gonna-
to any ability.
You're gonna use your inspiration?
So you have Bardic Inspiration and Normal Inspiration.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
make it just with Bardic Inspiration,
Yeah,
though.
I'm gonna
Got 3.
whiff this spell slot. I'm gonna die. 19.
Very good. Yeah. So you raise one hand, you shout, and the spell is not instantly countered. It's like a shirt unraveling. Like you're pulling on a thread. You pull on a thread of the magical weave, and you see the beam racing towards Mara, and you keep pulling on that thread, and the beam spirals and whittles down to a single point, and right as it's 10 feet from Mara's chest, it blinks out into nothingness in a shower of celestial sparks.
Weave us this tapestry, Jay. Wow, I love that.
Yeah. I am supportive of your spellcasting right here. Yeah.
Mara nods to Astrid and thanks and says, "Basic rule of combat, being eager to fight and eager to die are very different. Let's find out which you're eager for."
The impish grin on his face changes to a scowl.
Wait, he's wearing a mask?
It's like the Phantom of the Opera mask from like the posters.
We've really got to kill him now.
Yeah. So,
Oh, he's a theater nerd. Oh no.
I know, stop it, I was just thinking that. It's a good thing I'm not playing a horny character.
No, he's too gaunt. You would break him.
Oh
I
god.
have a different character for phantom fucking, alright?
Oh my god.
I'll bring this back.
Is Christine Daya a warlock?
No, I think she'd be a bard.
Is she like a bard warlock multi-class?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think she would have started out as a bard, and then once she met
Yeah.
like a packed bard.
Yeah, we've gone off track.
Again.
We're really
I
lost in
do
the
want
weeds,
to know
guys.
though, is he Morgaunt than the first apprentice?
Oh yeah, he's Morgaunt.
That's why his name is Morgaunt.
So the next one will be Mosgaunt?
Gauntist, yeah. He's just gonna be a
Gauntist.
skeleton.
Yeah, Joey scribbled something in his notes.
This guy was also named Elaine, and then they're like, this is too confusing.
You're the Morgaunt Elaine, so that's your name now.
Saranon, it's your turn. Zephyr, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Very good.
So I need to make an attack roll.
You will need to move forward a little bit. 'Cause I
I'm
think
gonna
there's
get in his range. I'm gonna tell the Shield Guardian to stay within 5 feet of me,
Absolutely.
just in case. So yes. Jesus, how do I cast spells? Can't remember how to do this.
This is incorrect.
Okay, I got this.
It doesn't sound good.
24 to hit.
That is a hit, all right.
Okay. So that it's 1d8. That's my spell casting. Okay, so that's a 6 damage.
6 damage. What spell was that?
Spiritual Weapon.
Oh, spiritual weapon. Yes. So you summon your weapon right next to him and go.
Okay.
Cool. And it is a magical weapon.
Did my Shield Guardian get an initiative roll, or should I roll for him?
Oh, make a roll for Agranak.
Yeah. He doesn't have an initiative.
It's his dexterity bonus.
Oh, -1, okay. So 3.
All right. Now he goes last.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do Sacred Flame.
What does the Sacred Flame of Narrowgall look like?
It's like black. It looks kind of like a smoke cloud.
Ooh.
It's heavy metal flame. Yeah. So he's gonna make a dexterity save, I believe.
A virgin with the black flame candle.
That's only a 12. I believe he fails.
Fails, yes. And since I'm 5th level, it's 2d8.
It goes up at 11th level again, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's 10 more damage.
Very nice. He is not resistant to radiant damage, that's for sure. He winces as the black flame of Narrowgall strikes him. It is now Zeph's turn, and Krauna is on deck.
We're about 80 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get 30 feet closer. Pull out my short bow. I'm just going to attack him twice.
Right on.
16 and non-nat 20.
Both of those are going to hit him.
12.
12 damage. Cut in half by his resistances.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Right on. I'm sorry, Krauna, I lied. It's not your turn next, because in fact, the gargoyles around the ring of the room, they do not come to life as gargoyles would. In fact, they are not gargoyles at all. But Morgaunt raises his arms up and shouts, "I cannot do this fight alone! Demons! Allies of the fiend! To me! Slay them now!" And these goat-like demons with spined tails and horrible festering boils all over their body stand from their crouching position and leap like grasshoppers towards you.
Like grasshoppers.
That's just grotesque.
Yeah, and as they fly through the air, there's this horrible whinnying shriek that emerges, like a demonic cross between a horse and a goat braying.
Do they have those big fuck horns like the goat and the witch?
Yeah, well, they don't have any fuck horns, but they do have these big horns. And in fact, they have a special ability to jump, and they all land on the ground near you within about 30... Okay, so I need to relook at my map. So 2 of them leap right next to you. 2 of them end their leap about 10 feet from you, and the other 2 end their leap about 30 feet from you. So the 2 in the back run up with the rest of their movement 20 more feet. So they're away from you, and they're just sort of snarling, brandishing their claws. The other 4 manage to close the gap. And one is going to attack Zeph, one on Krauna, one on Saranon, and one on Mara. So they are going to swipe their barbed tail at each of you 4. So here comes to Krauna. That is a 17 to hit you. Okay, so first off, you take 9 piercing damage, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What was this?
I almost took save from poison or whatever it is.
Oh, protection from poison.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's within 10 feet of me anymore.
6.
6. So you have failed the saving throw, and you feel a virulent demonic disease penetrate your flesh. And you are currently poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And while you're poisoned in this way, something else happens. Here comes to a Saranon. Barbtail, swiping at you. That's a 20 to hit, and I'm going to need you to make it a Constitution save. You take 14 piercing damage.
Oh, in half because of my boy.
Oh, yeah. So the Shield Guardian is going to take 7, and you take 7 as well.
Okay, so it's
Don't
shared
forget-
between us.
Yes.
And don't forget those temporary hit points.
Yeah, it goes into your 9 temp first. So make that save. Yep.
It's an 18.
18 passes. Are you immune from here on out? No, you are not immune on a successful save. Here it comes, it's Zephyr. That's a natural 20.
Oh.
So you're gonna take...
I have Sentinel at Death's Door. It's a reaction from me. When you are a creature within 30 feet suffers a critical hit, you can turn it into a normal hit.
Very nice.
I love you, baby.
That's awesome. And is that any time?
I have 3 of those.
Cool. So, Zeph, instead of a critical hit, you just take 11 piercing damage and make that Constitution save.
Five.
So you and Krauna... Wait, elves don't have... No, elves aren't, like, resistant to disease or anything. No, you're a paladin.
I'm a paladin.
You're immune to all diseases.
I think, pretty sure.
I believe...
At a certain
Okay.
level.
It's a very low level.
Yeah, it's a super... It's a
Let's assume
super...
that is the case and keep moving.
Yeah, Mara, it misses you completely.
Nice.
That's something cool.
It just clashes off of your shield.
Do you want me to
My
look
shield
at it
is
while
not
we move
active
on?
Yeah, that actually, yeah, please do that.
Okay, I'll do it with this one.
Okay. Krauna, it is your turn now, and Astrid is on deck.
Does anything happen to me?
Yes, so you feel a shiver run down your spine and a pain on the back of your right hand, and you raise it and you see this big yellow boobon appear on the back of your hand.
I'm breaking out.
And you feel a cough in your chest, and then a fly buzzes out of your mouth.
Ooh.
It laid eggs in you.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by 4 points.
Okay, so now I'm down to 69. Ah! Anyway.
Okay. This disease will persist unless you find a way to cure it.
Cool. Good to know. How far away are all the gargoyles from each other?
So these demons, from each other?
Yeah.
So there are 2 that are about 10 feet back, they're within like 15 feet laterally, and the other 4 are all clustered within, I'd say, about a 20-foot radius of each other.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to get them all then. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light.
So that brings us to Astrid with Tico on deck.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh yes, very much so. I've got I point to the back of my hand. An insect just flew out of my mouth. I didn't like that at all. So someone
I can't cure demonic plague. I'm
could
sorry.
take care of that. Yeah, I hated that. And,
I can fix you. Give me a minute.
Thank you, please, ASAP.
Tico, it's your turn.
Okay.
And the Shield Guardian is next.
So Tigo doesn't have any magic.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think actually I'm gonna try to sneakily get near to Morgaunt.
Got it.
I only have 30 walking speed, but
You can use your bonus action to dash and move 60 feet.
ooh,
Rogue things.
nice. Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, so
Dash.
you may want to use so you've told me that you want to hide and get really close to him.
Yeah.
I think within the rules the best way to do that is use your action to hide in the shadows.
Yes.
Use your movement and your bonus action to run 60 feet towards him.
Cool.
So you won't be able to do anything else on your turn but those 3 things, but they'll get you within 20 feet of him.
Okay. Can it within 20 feet?
Yeah.
Could it be?
Get Tico, get him to Morgaunt because 30 feet plus 60 feet dash.
No, 30 feet plus another 30 feet from dashing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right,
because
dashing and
he is
moving
also
speed.
hiding. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's also slinking around like the
Fair.
circumference of the room too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no,
so
so we have to multiply by
Don't worry about
five.
that.
we won't worry about that. but you'll be within like, so on your next turn, if you want to like get him,
Yeah.
you'll be able to move and then get him on your next turn if
Okay.
you do that.
Do I need to roll a sneak?
Yes. Roll a stealth check, please.
21.
No. Yeah. I did not see you.
Okay.
Yeah. 21 does it easily.
Alright. So I'm gonna be sort of like slinking,
Yeah.
sort of, I guess, within 20 feet of him.
Are you going clockwise or counterclockwise?
I'll go counterclockwise. That feels right.
You make it to like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
He's directly across from you, about 30 feet. Yeah. He's on the other side of that sort of guttering river of magic.
Okay. Oh, do I have to jump that?
It,
Okay.
yeah. It's just shimmering like through the stones of the floor.
How wide is it?
It's about 5 feet wide.
Oh, that's not bad.
Easy hop, really. It's like jumping over a creek back home.
No, I know.
Jumping over a trash can back
A
home.
gutter. Yeah.
It is the shield guardian. It is able to take actions on its turn. What do you command it to do?
So there's one that's attacking me, right?
That's right.
And it's within 5 feet of the
That's
two of
right.
us? Okay, I'm gonna have it attack that one, and I'm gonna tell it that.
Mhm.
I hit it. And it gets 2 fist attacks. One's a 9.
No.
Okay, and the other one's a 24.
Yeah, that one hits all right.
So that's 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. So that's 5 plus 4, 9 damage.
9 damage. Yeah, it is not resistant to that in any way. All right, that brings us from the Shield Guardian back to Mara.
Mara had been running full tilt towards Morgaunt, and was brought up short when this ray of sickly energy shot at her, and thankfully was dispelled by Astrid. And seeing these gargoyles come and attack everyone, she is going to speak a word in the language of the old Valashi Empire, and her shield, which she's been carrying, the edges of the shield, which are sort of transparent, just melt away completely, and the wolf that's emblazoned on the shield springs to life and begins to gallop around her. Then I am going to reckless attack this gargoyle next to me.
Go for it.
Was that a fairy fired one?
No, it was too far away from the other
So I will
birds.
reckless attack this gargoyle next to me.
Cool.
That's over 20 and over 20.
Yeah, those hit all right.
This is with my great axe. It will take a total of, let me do some math. 21 plus 8 is 29 plus 6 is 35 slashing damage.
Wow, it is bloodied all right.
I probably cannot interact with another object this turn.
No.
Yeah. So that is my turn.
Right on. This goat demon, as you cut right into it, there is a spray of yellow pus as you splash through its boils, and it hisses and reels and brays, and it raises up its claws, ready to attack you next turn. It is now Morgaunt's turn, and he looks at you coming closer to him, and he snarls, raises his lips, and he says, "You will come no closer." And he raises his hands, and from those rivers of magic, 2 great walls of wind, this like a howling gale in a 5-foot wide wall, now rumbles around from those rivers of magic up to about half the height of the room, 40 feet up. That is his action, and he just cackles. I'd like to see you get close to me now. And from there, we go to a Serenon, a Zeph on deck.
Okay, so there's still one on me, right?
That's right.
My spiritual weapon is over by him.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action to hit him with that.
That's a bonus action.
Yeah, so your bonus action to hit Morgaunt with the spiritual weapon.
So as my bonus action, I'll do that. So that's a 22 to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 10 damage.
Right on.
And then as my action, I'm gonna take out my warhammer and hit the grasshopper dude in front of me.
Right on.
So that's 13 to hit.
You're one shy.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Whiff. It cracks a horn.
That wasn't one of the fairy fire ones either.
Oh, that was one that's very fired.
Oh, well,
make the
then
roll with
my
advantage.
Guardian should have had that too, but that's
well.
fine. So that's a 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm gonna say, let's see. No, I have my shield out, so it's 1d8. So that's 4 damage.
Cool. It takes it. Right in the chest. Ugh. Very good. So I think I said Zeph is on deck. Zeph, you're next, and the demons on deck.
So I put away my bow and I take out my flame tongue.
Nice.
Bonus action, speak my elven word to set it ablaze. And I will make 2 attacks against it.
Cool.
So 1 hit, that's okay. $18 damage.
18 damage. It is resistant to fire damage. Done. It is now the demon's turn. So, Mara, you had 1 on you before, but there were 2 farther back. These 2 now gang up on you. There are 3 demons on you right now.
And I reckless attacked.
Yep. So, these 3 are all going to make barbed tail attacks against you. The first is a 15. Nope. The next demon rolls a 21. And the next one rolls another 21. So 2 hits to you. You're gonna
The other one, the wolf catches its barbed tail in the wolf's spiritual jaws.
fetch. So the first one deals 4 piercing. The next one deals 9 piercing. So you take so that's a total of 13.
Okay.
Halved to 6.
Yep.
And I'm gonna need you to make 2 Constitution saves.
18 and 22.
Both pass. You are free from disease. Here comes a Krona. 16 to hit. All right, that hits. You take 13 piercing, and you're already diseased. Here comes to a Saranon. 14 to hit.
Nope.
And here comes to Zephyr. A 17 to hit.
Nope. Have my shield and sword out now.
So its barbs scrape right off your shield.
And yes, it was 3rd level immunity to disease.
Sick. So you're fine. All right. Those are the demons' turns. 3 are clustered around Mara. 3 are back by the rest of the group in the south. It is now Crowna's turn with Astrid on deck.
Okay, there's one in front. There's a gargoyle in front of me.
Right in front of you, and it is fairy fired.
I'm going to take out my rapier and I'm going to attack it. And I have disadvantage of that because I am poisoned.
Yep.
Is it a fairy fired one, though?
But it is fairy fired, so it evens out.
Oh, okay.
So just
Should I
re-roll
roll
that
it again?
stuff, yeah.
Okay, so that's a 21.
Hit.
Since I hit, I'm going to use a blade flourish and going to use a defensive flourish, which means I'm going to roll a d10, and whatever I roll, I add to my AC until the end of my next turn.
Cool. Does it do extra damage as well?
Yeah, it does.
Plus 10.
Plus 10. So yeah, that's 10 extra damage, and also my AC is 26 until the end of next turn.
What the fuck?
Bonkers. For one turn.
For one
But
turn.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I'll learn how to do that. Damn.
Can I be a bard now?
It is Astrid's turn.
Okay. The one on Crown is still alive, right?
Correct. It is bloodied, but it's still alive.
Okay. I'm gonna start with 1 attack against it. Hey, nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Tasty.
With your sword?
With my sword, which is
Right on.
magical. Nope, those are d8s. I know what dice look like. Nice.
So that's 15 plus 4, 19 damage.
19 damage. You skewer this thing. Your sword goes right through the back of its mouth, and it shrieks and yelps and spills yellow goo and then falls down flat. And actually, it is a fiend. As its corpse hits the ground, as the body hits the floor, its entire being turns blackish purple and then emits a cloud of smoke and disappears.
Cool. And then the next nearest one to me?
It's within like 10 feet of you. It's the one right next to Zephyr.
Cool. Is it fairy fired?
Yes.
Aww. Wait. Damn. 13.
No.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Just for fun. So that's a 19.
Yes, that's a hit. Was that your full inspiration?
That was the Bardic.
Bardic inspiration.
Okay.
10 damage.
10 damage. Very nice. All right.
We'll get to
Astrid, it is now Tico's turn with the Shield Guardian on deck.
Okay, is it possible for me to... Can I tell... I don't know anything about magic, but can I tell if whatever Morgaunt is doing, like with a perception check, if it looks like he's concentrating or whatever his magic thing is?
Mm-hmm. He is focusing on the spell that he's casting.
Okay.
I'll just tell you that. It's
Okay.
clear to you.
He's like...
Yeah, he's got one finger against his temple. Yeah.
Alright, then.
His brow is furrowed, he's got a big C floating over his head.
Have you been making concentration saves the last?
No, he just started concentrating on the wind wall. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but then there was the spiritual weapon, which was inside it.
I did hit him.
Oh, you're right. The wind wall drops. So Tico's like, okay, how am I gonna... And then he gets hit in the side by a giant weapon. What's your weapon again? A big axe?
No, it's I've retooled it.
Yeah, remind me.
So I like to think that Narrowgal fought with like a big ass sword. We're talking like a Zweihander.
Nice.
And so my spiritual weapon is like big ass Zweihander. It's got like smoke and
Like Final
flames.
Fantasy stuff.
I'm thinking actually kind of like I use Lord of the Rings a lot, but honestly like the shadow people like
The ring wraiths.
the big swords
Yeah.
that they have.
Does it have that sort of like flamberge, curvy blade that goes back and forth?
No, I think it's like solid but
claymore,
it's got, like,
yeah.
flames and smoke around the side of it,
Nice.
so it looks a little weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that big honking sword goes right into him, and you... Oh, well,
Alright.
there's that problem.
Actually, can I still take a perception check on Morgaunt, specifically on the mask?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna...
One more time.
15 plus... 1, so 16.
So it's a mask in the shape of some kind of fiend, big tall horns made of gold. It looks occult in some way, but
Does anybody know the spell heat metal?
I know, right?
then he would be the Phantom.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna try something that's not very smart or useful.
Alright, that's how we do.
That's
Excellent.
kind of how Tico
Let's do it.
does. I am going to try to steal the mask.
Oh!
Oh. Okay.
Tico just sees this big gold thing and he's like, I want it!
And also, look, he kind of is like, I wonder if the mask is like, you know, his powerful object or something,
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
it's made out of gold, so it seems kind of nice. So I have fast hands, so I can make sleight of hand check with my bonus action. So I'm gonna run up to him sneakily.
Make another stealth check first.
Yeah.
Because you're out in the open now.
That's
28.
28, yeah.
I got a nat 20, I couldn't beat that one. Yeah. So yeah, you duck and weave through this battlefield. You get right up next to him. Make that sleight of hand check. It's going to be opposed by his perception.
Okay, come on. That's a 20, not natural.
That is a 9.
Yes!
So he does not see your hand whip up in front of his face, and you grab the bottom of the mask, right where it meets his nose, because it's got an open mouth. You grab it, get your thumb under it, and yoink! The horn like scrapes his temple a little bit as it goes by. You see a bit of blood drop down, and he yells "Ah!" as you take it, and he turns to you, and you hear like a snap, and there is a glint of indigo magic that bursts from the mask and crackles to the pillar, and you see him double over in pain for a moment. You aren't quite sure what happened, but there is suddenly, from the tip of his fingers on his right hand to his elbow, there is this sort of Princess Mononoke-like necrosis, like, straight down across his arm, and he staggers back, yelling in pain.
Awesome. That went way better than I expected.
Yeah.
That's going to be 14 necrotic damage right to him, bypassing his usual resistance to it.
Oh, diggity.
Damn.
And he is bloodied.
Oh, well, all right.
Next turn you can just stab him.
Yeah.
Squishy wizard, squishy
I
wizard.
can't run away though, because that was all my actions.
Yep, that's all your
so
stuff.
I'm still right there with this. Like, oh.
Oh, I'm here now. Shield Guardian with Mara on deck.
So I'm gonna do another 2 attacks on the guy who's on me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first attack, because it's still fairy fired, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's non-nat 20 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then over 20.
Yep.
So that's 2d6 plus 4 for the first hit. So that's 15 for the first hit.
Oof, bloodied.
And 11 for the second. So that's 26 total, I think.
Yeah, he is hanging on to his life by a thread. Both of his horns have cracked under the impact. All of his pustules have popped. He is in bad shape. Yeah, it's like cracking an egg. Out comes the yolk. Mara, it's your turn. Let's move away to something else. You have 3 demons all scrabbling at you. Thank you.
So, I am not worried about these guys. I just want to finish them off. I am going to reckless attack again, the one that's low. Swipe my great axe at him. That is well over 20. Well, it'll be 8 damage.
Okay.
Is he down yet?
The one that you're attacking?
Yeah.
The one you did 35 damage to earlier? Not down yet.
Okay, gonna attack him again. Ooh, that's only a 13 to hit.
No, that misses.
They're a little tougher than I thought.
You have that inspiration still.
No, I'm gonna save it for a real threat.
Okay.
Ooh, this.
Alright, so it's Morgaunt's turn. He snarls as the mask is torn from his face, and he stares at you with just hatred in his eyes, doubled over in pain. He staggers back up to his full height, sort of clutching his chest, and he rasps at you. I will deal with you later. For now, you all must die. So he's targeting Zephyr and Astrid.
Okay.
He raises a hand and says, "May Orcus's flames consume you both." And he raises a hand and brings a flame strike down upon the two of you.
That's gonna need a dex check, right?
Yeah, so that would be both Zephyr and Aceranon making a dexterity save.
You get a +3 to your saving throw.
Astrid and Zephyr making
Is it a
a
saving
dex
throw?
save. Yes.
Yeah, you get +3.
Sweet.
Well, that makes it a 7.
Oh no.
Did you both roll nat ones?
God,
So-
you guys, flame strike is so bad. I have
I
flame
know,
strike.
I
know.
She's
Flame
resistant to
strike.
fire.
Total
at
of
least.
3.
Okay.
Astrid will be fine.
So
Sorry.
it's 46 of fire and of radiant damage. So here comes the fire first.
Both of those, so.
Oh, yikes. So here comes the fire damage. That is 12. That is 20 fire damage.
Jump in the way.
I
with your
was
charred
looking to
corpse.
see if I have any reactions.
And 14 radiant. So for Zephyr, that's a total of 34 to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down 3 hit points. I'm fine.
Temp HP.
3 hit points?
I said I'm down 3.
Okay. All right. That is his flame strike. That is his turn, and he is going to stay right where he is. He's going to go back. He grabs his mace from his belt in one hand. He sort of puts it between him and you, and that's his turn. From there, we're going to go to a Saranon with Zeph on deck.
Okay, is there still a grasshopper dude in front of me?
Yes.
Okay, he's still fairy fire. So I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer again. Those are both for 20. So then I stick my shield out, so it's a d8. So that's 8 damage.
Cool.
For my bonus action.
So he dies.
Oh, tight!
Your
God.
your hit, it just crushes its skull and it
Yeah.
disappears into oblivion.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit Gaunt Boy with a spiritual weapon again.
Alright, bring it on.
Okay. So that's over 20.
Yep.
He's squishy. That's 2d8.
Did you roll max damage?
16
Yeah.
plus
Tasty.
3, so 19 damage.
Woo.
Nice.
Hasty.
Tastes nice.
He is looking real bad. He's got this big old gash from your sword across his chest. He is clutching his gut. Yeah, bad times for Morgaunt. Zephyr with the demons on deck.
Morgaunt is too far away, so I will attack the thing that is in front of me.
Right on.
Did we still have any advantage on these guys?
No, both the ones that are fairy fired are dead.
The one that was in front of us was fairy fired, though. Oh,
There were 4 that were fairy fired, I thought.
2.
No, there were 2
Oh,
that
okay,
you
never
had
mind.
advantage on.
Never mind.
And that was the one that was in
Well,
front of
sorry.
Krana instead, and that was the one that a Saranon killed.
well, we were getting advantage because he told us it was fairy fired, so never mind then on that. First one is 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The next one is 25.
Yep, both hits.
You said that with such uncertainty.
Yeah. It's like it's over 20.
Was it gonna hit? I don't know.
So 14 is fire damage.
Okay.
16
Dang.
of the slashing damage.
14 and 16?
But the 14 is halved, right? Because they have
Oh,
the
yeah.
resistance to fire. But yeah.
Nevertheless, that will be enough to take it down.
I use the rest of my movement to move towards, or really, my full 35 to get closer to Morgaunt.
Right. So you're probably within like 10 feet of him now.
Now.
Yeah, you are. So, judging from where you are, unless you moved at a bit of an angle, the pillar of energy is between
I'll
you
move
and
at
him.
an angle.
Okay, so you kind of skirt around it now. Okay, it is the demon's turn. There are 1, 2, 3 of them left.
All on me.
All on Mara. One of them is going to break away and go for Astrid.
I will use my reaction to attack it.
All right.
That will be a 17.
That'll hit.
Nice.
This is one of the ones that has not taken damage yet.
Okay. That is 15 slashing damage.
Oof. Yeah, he takes it. So this guy is going to go for Astrid, going to make a roll with its barbed tail. 9. And then 2 on Mara with advantage.
Yes.
One is a 17,
That meets.
and one is a natural 20.
Is she within 30 feet
I'm
of me?
fine. I'm fine.
Is she within 30 feet of you? You're way back at the door.
I moved a little bit forward.
No, Mara's not within 30 feet of you anymore.
Darn it.
So,
You're also our tank. I think you can take
Fine.
it.
I will need to make a couple cons.
so you take 25 piercing damage,
Okay.
and 2
half,
constitution
so
saves,
it's
please.
12.
Oh.
So 2 con saves. Does it matter if I? Okay, so one's a 14 and one's an 8.
The 14 passes, the 8 does not. Mara, you feel that same
I'm gonna use my
sickness.
inspiration.
Okay,
I don't want to be poisoned.
okay.
That's a 14.
All right, pass that little token back to me. Thank you very much. All right. That is the demon's turn. That brings us to Crouna with Astrid on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna use my full 40 feet of movement to move towards Morgaunt, and I'm gonna need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, here it comes.
I don't know, I just called him Morgaunt. He's more goth, too. than the other.
No one's more goth than
Isn't
Sarah.
Morgaunt's like Sauron's dad? Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we
You
go.
nerd.
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
15?
Nope. So he's going to take. Whoa. We're gonna cast the Dissonant Whispers at 4th level. 21.
21 damage?
21 psychic damage.
What happens as he dies?
Okay, so this is a spell I cast with my cello. No one can hear the music except for him, and it's like this horrible screeching, like sawing cello sounds, like someone's just taking the bow going. And when he listens to it, it sounds like someone's just sawing like a bow through his ears, and like as he dies, like blood is like splishing out of his ears, like something is sawing.
Oh!
Oh, it's getting all over
And
me.
then, yeah, your poor Chico's like traumatized over there as you watch him convulse and his eyes roll back in his head, and then he just,
So you basically gave him an aneurysm.
yeah, and he collapses.
Yep. He hits the ground. And
Chico's just there splattered in blood holding the mask.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't care,
horrifying.
she's used to
as this happens, the demons on the floor, the two remaining, look at their master perish, and they squeal and run east and west.
Oh, I'm gonna...
You have used your attack of opportunity, and they disappear into the tiny little tunnels on either side of this room.
Oh, that's a problem for future us.
Is there a body to loot?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a
Loot the
corpse
whole-
that has
Wait,
hit the ground.
Tico, are you alright?
I'm just sticky. It's fine.
I think it's a
Corona.
good look. It's very brutal, you know.
Crouna,
raw.
wait there.
Wait, how,
I
yeah,
go
how many
over,
of you have
I
poison?
expend
No, I want to use one of mine.
5 of my... I expend 5 of my lay on hands to cure the disease.
No, I was gonna do that. I have beads for that.
I have lay on hands for that.
Everybody fight to heal.
Everyone's like charging towards Crouna, just like. And
Is
he
anyone
was
else
like,
poisoned?
Can
no.
I ask though, is the column of magic still going?
Yes.
I wanna
it
check
is.
that out.
Okay.
Yeah, me
I'm
Astrid.
gonna throw a rock at it.
So let's resolve this
Yeah.
debate first.
It's too late, I already did it.
Yeah.
He like tackles Crouna around the waist. Just like,
No.
Take these hands.
Let me help you!
Okay, so Zeph, in the fiction, what happens? What do you do to Crouna?
Just like hold your face lovingly but fiercely.
The only thing that changed was a fly came out of her mouth?
A fly came out of my mouth, which I would say is a pretty major development. That's never happened to me before. And also I have this big boil like on the back of my
Right.
hand.
Ew, don't squeeze it.
Zeph takes Crowna's hand and places their other one on top, closes their eyes, and
gross.
says a quick, silent prayer to Kieva. And when their hands separate, it's gone.
Oh. Alright, that's lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Could you give me like a manicure too while you're at it? You know, just while we're holding hands. I think
No.
you made that skin smoother. You know, if we could just do that for everything going on here.
I
My
don't
nail
think there's
beds are
enough in
kind
the
of
world to
atrocious.
fix what's going on over there.
Sarah, do you want to heal
Oh
me?
wow!
Yeah.
Sarah!
They don't look so good.
How many hit points are you down? A lot?
36.
Oh, oof.
I can help with that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, Zeph looks
Yeah, raise your hand if you're hurt.
pretty burned.
Okay.
Down 4 hit points.
Okay, you're down 4. How many are you down?
So with the temp HP, I'm only down 9.
Okay, you're down 36 though. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use one of my prayer beads. So that's cure wounds. Where did I put those? There it is.
Do we need to rest or should we press on? We are on a timer here.
We should
Let's
press
just keep
on.
going, but I need to heal Zeph real quick.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. Super.
Just need a
Ready
quick
for some
spell.
more ass kicking.
6. That's it.
6 points.
Yeah. 6.
Wow.
That's all I got.
Hang on, 1 for 1. Zephyr, come
8.
here.
Get
I'm
8 from
gonna.
Oh.
Wait, no, Astrid just did it.
Well, that's like
Another
still...
8.
Yeah, that's
Don't
like.
you have like a healing staff?
Yeah, but that would take... Oh, I guess that only takes 1 turn. I'm just trying to
Here
slowly peter this out, because I'm probably going to use Cure Wounds later, or Mass Cure Wounds later.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
cast
Healing
it.
staff
Can you
for
cast
that.
it from the healing staff at a higher level?
No.
Oh.
I can cast Cure Wounds at a higher level. Cure Wounds, let's try
I guess I could
second
use another
level.
prayer bead.
You can also do
No,
a healing
don't
potion.
worry about it, Zephyr. I owe you one. Come here. Let's hold
Okay.
hands again. Creature you tie 1d8.
Amazing. Almost everyone here can cast healing magic.
Yeah.
Everybody's healing me.
Plus-
The two non-magical characters look at each other awkwardly.
Ooh, that's good. 11 plus.
Mara
You gain
brushes
19.
some blood
Oh.
off Tico's cheek.
Does it look too
Not
bad?
bad.
Very dashing.
Oh.
A good turn for a good turn, you know?
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
Krona, you wanted to look at that column of magical energy.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay.
Should I investigate it? Make it an arcana check?
What do you want to learn about it?
I want to know what it's doing and how to destroy it if need be.
Okay. Make an arcana check.
Okie dokie. I'm not great at those. 18?
Okay. You come over to this thing. It is a 10-foot wide column of energy. It doesn't seem to be contained by anything. It gutters and zaps out in all directions like a kind of like a Tesla coil, and it is going from the floor you're standing on to the ceiling and beyond. And it is like it's being channeled from below the earth to a point high above you.
So it's like it's not coming from the floor, it's coming from way below.
It's coming
the floor.
from below, yeah.
Okay. And do I know how I would like if I just sort of collapse the well on top of it, would that be sufficient?
You get the sense that this beam is powerful enough to bore through rock. It seems unlikely.
Do you know what school of magic it is with that?
That is a very good question. It is conjuration magic.
Conjuration. That makes sense.
I should have made you cast detect magic on that. Take a freebie.
I don't have it.
I have it as a
So-
ritual. I was thinking about using it.
Yeah, I need to remember to actually do that.
We
Can
need to
I-
move on.
Somebody want to take a look at this mask though?
Oh, yes. I'll just do
I was gonna
a
just
quick...
put it on, but I won't do that.
No, I'll do a quick arcana check.
Yeah.
Be a good look.
I know, right?
9.
Let me
Sure
take
is
a look.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Better than mine.
It sure is a mask.
Okay.
You see nothing inherently magical like runes or anything. There certainly was a spark of magic when he took it off.
Here, I'll take my tabard.
Without expending like spells or anything, you don't think you could determine the magicalness of this object.
We could just take it back with us.
Put it in the
Yeah,
bag.
put it in.
Oh,
put
bag.
Oh.
Oh, where'd
put
you
it
get
in
that?
It was a gift. Aster and I got them from the General Silver Scale because obviously we're the most responsible of this lot. Anyway, anything else anyone want to dump in here?
Should we loot that guy's body?
Oh, I did want to investigate.
He has a spell component pouch and an arcane focus.
I'll take the spell component pouch.
It's full of components for warlock spells. It has bits of bat droppings. It has a copper wire curled into a thing. It's esoterica that really would be useless to anyone not a wizard.
No, I have a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I definitely have a spell that requires bat guano,
Okay.
so I'll take it.
All right.
I can have any spell I want. I'm a cleric, baby. Does he have any other armor on, like the mask?
No, he has cloth and he casts mage armor.
Okay. Are there any markings on his body, like tattoos or anything?
He does have a tattoo on his left shoulder, and it is that delta symbol, the single triangle that's on the doors before you.
Have we seen this symbol elsewhere?
No.
Okay.
Is it just simply a triangle?
It's a simple triangle.
Interesting.
So the ways out of this room, there's the way you came. There are the small tunnels that go off into who knows where. And there are 2 staircases, both with this triangular symbol upon them, that are at the top of like 5 steps and would probably continue spiraling upwards.
That's where we want,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Tico, you check the doors?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll investigate. See if there's traps or locks.
Sounds good.
10 plus 14.
So there is some sort of machinery in this door. It's more than a simple lock. But it seems though this machinery is designed to open the door. There are gears and wires inside of it that if a latch is pulled, it will spring up into the ceiling.
Okay, so we need to look for some sort of switch.
What about the symbol?
Oh. Yeah. Should I try it?
Yeah, make a perception check on that
Alright.
symbol.
5.
Aw,
Plus 5, so.
Oh, 10. Yeah,
10?
10 is fine.
Oh.
The symbol is a triangular panel that slides open on a single hinge.
Okay, just gonna.
You slide it open, and there is a handle that can be pulled downward.
I'm gonna pull it. I'm just
Cool.
gonna pull it.
Yep, you pull it. The triangle that slid open quickly snaps back into place. You retract your hand real quick, and and the door rises from the ground. Which door were you looking at? The one on the northwest side of the room or the northeast side of the room?
Oh, yes. Actually, we probably should have consulted the compass first. Although we're already there, so I guess it would
Yeah.
Your compass that points to Hollow Mountain is just spinning.
be... Yeah. I guess... Do you guys have any preferences?
Well, you picked the door, so yeah.
Northwest, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, northwest.
Okay.
Represent.
You open.
Represent.
You open the northwestern door, and a very cold, icy breeze spills out of it.
Okay. Seems good for a mountain.
Bit refreshing.
Yeah.
It's
kind of muggy out there.
I guess we do I have to do a perception check to see if I can see what's going on up there?
You can if you want.
Okay, I'll look up through the doorway. 12 plus 5, 17.
You peer up into the darkness. It seems completely unlit, but there's just ice floating in the air. There's bits of icy mist pouring out.
All right.
That seems...
Gonna pull my shawl.
Yeah,
Thing
given
around
how
me
warm
and-
the room
yeah.
you're currently in is, this ice seems a bit out of place.
Should
I'm gonna do an Arcana check on the
Yeah,
ice.
let's do the other door. Well, you do that, and we'll check the other door.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm not gonna roll the big guy anymore.
Let's
Let's fight.
let's check that other door. Do
Okay.
you just pop it open? Same
Yeah,
way?
just do the same thing.
You open this door, and there is a blast of heat that
I
assails
knew it.
you. This other staircase is very hot.
How hot is, like, hotter than the sun in the Valashi Desert?
It's fairly yes.
Okay.
Well, you two should go up that one.
Yeah, that's a little more my speed, I feel like. But I don't want to split up.
No, we shouldn't split up.
Yeah, that would mean...
I can handle either.
I'd rather take the cold.
Me too.
I think I've had enough fire for one day.
Shall we go cold then?
Yeah. If anything, we have
Yeah, right.
a lot of fire offensive.
Yeah, I have plenty of fire magic.
Anyone have an extra cloak?
I might.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I have that one guy's robe that I
Oh
stole.
yeah, I can snuggle you up a little bit and kind of tucks it around
that
Esther's
person with the
shoulders.
cloak down there.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll double back and I'll take the cloak off Morgaunt.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
beat
have
it
a
out.
blanket here.
Oh, thank you.
These cloaks are eerie and gothically fashionable, but they do little to protect you against the cold.
It's fine. I'll just use it as a scarf or something.
And keep your nose from freezing.
It's better as an accessory anyway. This is not really something I want to be a
You're all
full-body
about fashion over
garment.
function, aren't you?
So do you head up the stairs?
Yes.
Zeph keeps the sword lit.
Nice.
Okay.
Does that give you resistance to
No.
cold?
No.
Okay.
But if you stand long enough next to an ice pillar, it'll melt it.
So the stairs spiral up through an icy region. There's no guardrail on your left, but along the right there is just a flat wall. And you go single file up this thin staircase. And deep down beneath you can hear hammering and shouting. And you gaze down beneath you on this staircase, and deep down in the depths of the mountain, in the bottom of this cave, you can see creatures, these 15-foot tall insectoid fiends moving around within this region of ice and frigid mist. And they are hammering away at blades and weaponry as if it were a forge, some kind of ice-cold blacksmith. They pay you no mind. You're hundreds of feet above them. But this is what's going on deep below you.
We need to focus on our mission, but maybe we can clear these guys out.
On the
Or
way
leave
out?
the army to deal with them on the way out, yeah.
Yeah. They can't climb.
Let's press on.
Yeah, I think we should just go find
Renault.
Okay.
Hey Zephyr, could I get a couple points of healing perhaps? I want to start at full.
Sure. How many?
9?
9.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey Tico, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Ooh, okay.
Well, that dust doesn't like you.
Oh, yeah. We're getting used to each other. 14?
Okay. 14. Tico, as the group passes by, you notice too late that you have passed from stone stairs onto stairs made of metal mesh. Ice-cold metal mesh. And as you begin to ascend it, there is a low humming from beneath you. And before any of you can react, you're on such thin territory, there's nowhere to dodge. A huge jet of icy air shoots up from beneath. And I'd like all of you to make Constitution saves.
Everyone
Yes.
is within 10 feet of me, so everyone gets +3 to a saving
Thank
throw.
God.
Great.
Constitution save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, no!
That's 5. Okay.
No.
Oh my god!
Everyone but Aceranon fails this.
You're just blown off the side of the mountain.
No. So it's a jet of super frigid air that shoots up from beneath you. And all of you take 14 cold damage.
Ooh.
And everyone except Aceranon gains a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
You have all moved up to the top of the staircase at this point. You're at a landing that's about 20 feet wide, large enough for you all to stand with a bit of personal space. And there is another door marked with that triangle in front of you that leads out of this stairwell.
Are we on stone again?
Yes.
Pop in the triangle? Or
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
check-
investigate the door
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
you do it.
Or we're all disadvantaged, so.
Oh, I can do it. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
at
might as
disadvantage.
well.
Investigation?
Yeah.
4.
That door seems normal.
Same shit.
It sure leads
Or
somewhere.
8, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
Oh my god.
That door seems normal.
There's a door. Let's open it. I'm gonna open the door.
All right, you slide open the panel, you pull the latch, it pulls up, and there is another circular room beyond it.
The door was normal.
Oh, cool.
We're all very observant.
Yeah, we aced it.
I want to do a perception check on the room real quick.
Okay. It is cast in a deep indigo light. That pillar of magical energy continues through this room, but this time there are 4 streams all emerging from it. One connects to your door, and they're going in all... What are cardinal directions are north-south, but all northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast directions. So these streams pass right to the door, and then they pass sort of into the wall. And as you look to your right to the wall, you've been hugging up this staircase, and there are actually little tiny rivulets of this energy that sort of pass up the wall around the staircase.
But there aren't any people in this room.
No.
Okay.
Actually, you rolled like a 25.
I did roll a 25.
This room is covered with corpses.
Oh, did it take a 25 to
It
know
took
that?
25 to see the corpses, the dead bodies everywhere.
Like everywhere?
There's like 4 dozen dead bodies.
Is there
all
room
around.
enough for us to go in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
I'm not going
this is
in
a
there.
100-foot diameter room.
Well, you don't see it. You just
is
have
I
it
know,
and you
just walk
squint.
in.
What you do notice about these corpses is that they're all monsters and necromancers. There are hobgoblins, goblins, bugbears, and black-robed necromancers all strewn about.
I want to go up to the first necromancer and investigate the
Okay,
body.
so you enter the room.
Yeah.
All right, you walk about
I
5
have my
feet.
shield person.
Okay, you walk about 10 feet into the room to get this body, and the door slams shut.
I'm gonna go open again.
All right, it
Can I just
opens.
Hold my hand there.
I mean, she went in. No one else is going in. The door.
No. Can I be in the doorway?
Yeah, absolutely.
get
You
crushed.
just walk into the doorway.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Oh.
Is it like a motion sensor? You don't know. Okay.
I'm holding the
Yeah.
doorway.
So
I'm gonna
Serenon,
see.
Zephyr,
I'm gonna
and Astrid
stand-
enter the room.
I'm gonna
Yes.
stand in the doorway with Mara and just,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Okay.
Covering the door.
The other 3 linger in the doorway.
Totem pole.
You go over to this robed corpse. As you enter this room, your motions begin to slow as if you're walking through water. This room is seeped, absolutely flush with magical energy. It's like walking through molasses.
And there are 3 other doors.
There are 4 doors, yeah, including the one you came in from.
I don't have to spell magic.
Is it so cold in here?
It's colder than normal, but it's not icy.
Also might not be here. Yeah.
There are these little particulates floating through the room, these indigo particles, and they seem to be shimmering motes of magic that just suffuse this room.
Astrid
trying to
catches one
get
like a
one.
firefly.
Yeah.
It's like trying to grab a bubble while underwater.
Mm.
It just sort of poofs into more. and
Okay,
they
well,
go over.
Serenon, what are you looking at?
I'm going to look at this body.
A body.
There's a body?
There's a body.
We're not in the
There are
room
lots of bodies.
Do we see the bodies?
Everyone in the doorway looks and can see the carnage that has been wreaked throughout this room.
Oh, okay. So why don't we just back out that way?
I don't think you should be in there.
and then go
I'm
back
just
down
going
the
to look at
stairs.
this body.
Like, talk really slowly now too.
No, you don't have to talk really
Play in
slow.
the space. She's just doing that. That's what. That's like she goes into this Zen
It's
state.
psychosomatic.
16?
16. This creature, or this humanoid, this being, has been slain by something akin to a spear. It thrust straight through his chest.
Okay. I was specifically looking for holy symbols or just shit on them, you know.
It is. This person is covered with magical talismans. It too has. It has a little silver necklace in the shape of that hollow diamond or hollow triangle.
I want to take that.
Okay, boop, take it off him.
Smart.
Can I-
He was stabbed by proboscis.
Can I take a look, a perception check? I'm gonna borrow this. To see if I can notice any traps in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have any pouches with like materials in it or anything?
He had an arcane focus, which was his amulet.
Okay. Then I don't need
That's
that.
a 12.
12 to look about the room for traps. You look about the room, you're examining the floor, you look at this little river of magic. You see no traps around here, but you do see this. Up at the top of the column of energy, there is a silhouette moving. Long, 10-foot long, maybe 3-foot tall creatures swimming in the column of magic.
Ooh, guys.
Yes.
Big fish.
Oh.
Uh,
Dinner.
no.
Hey, can
There's
I
all- just
I wanna-
Can I just like get out my light crossbow and shoot it?
You want to try?
Yeah.
I just
Absolutely.
wanted to like find a rock and throw it into the column. And
There
see
are
what
no
happens.
rocks around here.
Fine, I'll take someone's like
Take your
bracelet.
caltrop.
Yeah, actually I bought some ball
16
bearings
to
too.
hit this thing in the column.
Okay, so everyone's movement speed is halved while in this room. But you draw up your crossbow, and you shoot it, and the bolt whistles slowly through the air, and it strikes the column of energy and pops like a firework.
Just like splinters.
Yeah.
Can
Oh.
I try to
Well,
shoot...
it was something. Go ahead.
Can I try to shoot Sacred Flame in there?
You can target a creature in there with Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I want to try to hit the thing in there.
Yeah, target the thing. It makes a saving throw. And
Wait, how far away is it?
it is...
I have Spell Sniper, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like 80 feet up at the top of the roof, or at the top of the ceiling. And... the Sacred Flame strikes it. Roll damage, please.
Nice, okay. Should I shoot that card then?
It's 2d8.
Yeah, thank you. 6 plus 3, so 9.
There is a little flash of light within the energy beam. There's a noise, and the shape descends. It swims downwards through the energy column, and it emerges. It is a long, 10-foot long fish with 4 long whiskers and 3 glowing red eyes vertically down its face, and a long, spiky maw. And it opens this maw, and it's currently in this energy form, this purplish void energy. And as it emerges from the beam, it solidifies into this bony exoskeleton. Its face is like a skull, and it looks at you. It emerges, and its 3 eyes dart about, and it says,
Oh god, it talks.
"People." Its mouth does not move, but its voice appears within your minds.
Oh.
More people. Are you here to ascend the mountain?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You wish to leave this room and go up to the top of this column.
I take out the necklace I just stole off that necromancer and I hold it out. We are on orders from Renault. I say it right, or Sarah says it right, because she's not stupid.
Make a deception check.
Player character
Can I
divide.
assist? I'm really good at deception checks.
You haven't said anything.
not how assisting works.
I can just stand and look really good.
What, 9?
9. Its jaw clenches, and it focuses all 3 of its glowing eyes on you, and it says, "I do not take orders from Renault.
Yeah, that guy with that necklace was dead.
All of these people, these creatures, these spellcasters were in this room before me, and when I appeared, they tried to kill me. I killed them."
We don't need to kill you, we just need to pass through.
Good.
We mean you no harm, please.
I'm
Good.
sorry about that. That was an accident.
You wish to pass through this room. Go.
Alright, we will leave you in peace.
Thank you.
Fucking, what's it called?
Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Insight check.
I mean, obviously with disadvantage, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Can I
gonna-
do it then?
No, I'm only gonna give it to Crowner right now.
Insight plus... That's a 10.
Okay. It's withholding something.
Okay.
Do you cross the room?
Will you let us pass unharmed?
I will let you pass under one condition.
And what is it?
I get to keep one of you.
Like as a pet?
No.
As a sacrifice.
Yes.
Oh.
This
Why?
one understands.
It's a lot less interesting.
And as it swims through the air, It swims through the air, and as it does so, its flesh melts away into that energy form again and moves through the magic. And it says, "Long ago I came from this world. Long ago I was a terrestrial being. But for many eons I have lived in the dark void between worlds, among the stars. There are parts of stars within you all. Souls."
So poetic. Tell me more about my beautiful starry soul.
I need it
Oh, no.
to return to the void from which I was pulled by this magic.
I can make a
While this monologue is happening, I want to use Divine Sense to find out if this is a fiend or undead or celestial.
It is undead. And there are 6 other undead in this room as well,
Oh.
among the corpses.
No thanks.
I can make
Uh,
I can make
I wish I could cast protection from evil and good on more than one
You can
person.
make a what?
I can make a void.
You'd be looking for, like, circle against evil and good or something?
Wait, what void?
I can send it. I have.
Tico has a portable.
Oh.
We shouldn't.
I mean, it's just a hole, though. in the
No,
ground.
but if you put it in a backpack.
If you put it in a bag of holding.
You only need one. I'm just saying, I can send it to a.
But also we would have to get out of here very quickly because it would explode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
Specifying undead.
I don't accept. I don't think
Can you
we
use
are
my
going to
spell slot
accept
for
the
that?
terms of
Oh,
this agreement
maybe I
you
shouldn't.
laid out. Maybe
Yeah.
we could come to
I
a
mean,
more
I don't really
agreeable
use my
one
leveled spells
for everyone
otherwise.
involved.
The only terms I will
yeah.
accept are my return to the celestial plane where I desire to be. Or the astral plane, sorry.
Yeah.
That is where a combined bag of holding and portable hold will create a portal to.
But we're not gonna do that.
Well, we might.
Yeah, what's that?
Can you make a whiz save for me?
Yep.
No, here we go.
Here it goes.
Also, I
8.
rescind.
Nope.
I rescind that
So I just used turn undead.
Oh.
So you turn it.
Cool. So it's just trying to get as far away from me as possible.
So its eyes go wide. From little pinpricks of red, they go to this almost staticky purple, and it screeches and flees up into the energy column.
Okay. We're all going to go now.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, let's
big
go.
door.
So I'm gonna stay right here and wait till everyone gets through. I'm gonna follow you a little bit.
How long
Go.
does turn undead last?
1 minute.
Okay.
So go,
Rushes
go.
out as fast as she can.
Are we
So-
going across the room?
Just dash. Just use everything.
Well, we need to pick a door.
I know.
There are 2 doors, northwest and northeast.
Northwest.
Northeast.
Okay.
You go north. Oh, we need
I'm
need
following
consensus.
Tico.
Where's Tico going?
I'm going northwest because I feel like if we
Then, yeah.
don't go in the same direction all the time, we're just going to go in circles.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You go to the northwest door. You pop it open, and within this next hallway, you hear the loud whirring and clanking of machinery.
I'm going to check for traps.
All right.
And I actually forgot last time, but I have a feat that allows me advantage on checking for traps.
Okay.
So you'll roll.
Just
And
a
so
So
regular
you roll
one.
with normal. Yep.
Dungeon Delver.
Oh, nice.
15 plus 5, so 20.
Yeah. You go partially into this hallway, and 20 feet down the hallway, there is a horizontal row across the panel of pressure plates. And there is so this entire hallway, the walls are whirring with machinery. You have no idea what they're for, but these pressure plates are connected to, the walls have little holes that are filled with spikes, and the machinery is spring-loaded for an entire 20-foot long section of wall to crush anyone who passes between them when the pressure plate is activated.
Okay. So that's no good. I tell him to do that.
You just wait around.
Can you disable it?
that one
As long as we don't step step on the pressure plate.
Yeah, but
Activate.
it's 20 feet.
This
Like,
investigation
the whole
has
thing is
taken
20
about
feet?
30
Yeah.
seconds.
Can you
You
disable
gotta go to
it?
the next door.
Let me see if I can.
There's an
yeah.
entire row of pressure plates.
I have.
Like across or through the hallway?
Across.
Oh, well, we can skip it. Just go over it.
Yeah, you can step
Yeah.
over these pressure
Yeah,
plates.
so we're fine.
Okay.
Just go down the hallway.
Okay.
We'll have to follow Tico's steps.
I'm like
so-
pushing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I'd like everyone who's crossing these pressure plates to make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
At disadvantage for most of us.
Disadvantage.
Anyone who's exhausted at disadvantage? Krona?
Well, they're both bad.
Okay, Kiko?
Well, that's not great. Acrobatics.
Plus 8 or whatever.
That's 11.
Okay, you both hop over, Sarah?
9.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Zephyr?
5. I rolled a 5 and a 3.
That's rough. Zephyr and everyone behind him, Mara and Astrid, Zephyr tries to hop the pressure plate, but their armored foot, and the walls, in the next 3 seconds, the spikes, and rush towards you. You three, everyone who wants to, it will take a combined strength check to stop these walls. Everyone who attempts it,
It's a little late.
I think it's too late.
it's too late. The effects have begun.
Save
Can
it.
Can I? Oh.
I'm in the middle of this group, right?
Yeah, but you three are already away from the walls.
Can I throw my shield guardian back in there though?
No, it's already passed. So the three of you, these walls will crush and deal pretty severe damage to anyone caught within them. Everyone who attempts to brace the wall will guaranteed take damage.
Yes, but I can do.
Can I-
Can I go back and do that?
So, there is enough room and enough time for one of you
Let me do it.
to try and run in and use their strength to brace the wall.
Could I throw the shield guardian back in there?
Okay, you've convinced me.
Oh, thank you.
Because
He's
I also
strong.
take half damage for
Yeah.
traps.
So you command the shield guardian.
Okay.
Who all is going to assist in this strength check?
I'm gonna put Astrid between us.
Okay, so the shield guardian, Mara, and Zephyr are going to try and make this combined check. You need a combined total, and I'm leaving you to these three. I'm going to tell you the number you need to hit because you three have committed. Does anyone else want to commit? Okay. You need a combined total of 40 on this group check to stop the wall.
Can I rage?
No, not in 3 seconds. This is all your reaction.
I know some pretty angry people.
All right, Zephyr, Mara, and the shield guardian
Actually,
make strength
can I roll your
athletics
magic
checks.
die?
Oh god, it's not magic.
And it's on
So, and this is with disadvantage.
Yep, this is with all the appropriate modifiers.
17.
Good.
Really good.
What was it?
23.
18.
That is 58. So everyone who attempted this check takes 12 piercing damage because they brace the walls with their bodies. But Astrid is safe, and the walls stop with your force, and then they retract back into the wall.
Silent tears stream down Astrid's face. I love you guys.
Oh wow. Yeah, thanks.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
You continue running. You run up this staircase. Beneath you, it's just like the one you came up earlier. Wall tight on this side, only 5 feet clearance, steep drop below, just more and more whirring machinery and the smell of gasoline.
I want to stick the shield guardian in front this time.
Very good. Cool. It is going up these stone steps. No metal this time.
Right behind it.
You got it. And eventually you make it to the top. Another landing. Your minute has passed, by the way. Going up here, your turn of death is whiffed. And you find yourself another landing, another door, another triangle.
Does anyone need a moment to catch their breath before we go on?
No.
Astrid, come here.
Hi.
Quack. Bardic inspiration again. Don't do that. Next time, maybe try to catch the wall, so you're not sort of just in a ball in the middle, waiting to get plop. Just saying. Self-preservation instincts.
Okay.
Oh.
Astrid pouts and everyone takes 3 psychic damage.
Does everyone really take 3 psychic damage?
No.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of power.
I just wanted to be sure.
Not yet,
The
anyway.
strength of her extremely cute pouch.
I could roll charisma.
Down here somewhere.
Who is going for this door?
Maybe we
Well,
should.
I should heal.
I'm the only one who's not at disadvantage right now.
Does anyone want to do anything before this door is open?
I'm gonna heal Mara a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe Zephyr too.
Yeah, Zephyr, are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
I'm like 27. It's fine.
Yeah,
Zeph is going
Okay.
to stay next to Sarah.
Okay. Zeph and Sarah right next to each other, sort of huddled around the shield guardian.
He has 2 hands.
Very good. Anyone else doing anything? No? Cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll dig up the door.
Right on. It snaps open. And there's one final circular room. You guys have climbed up basically over 1,000 feet, climbing up these mountains, these stairs. You've worked up a good sweat.
Yeah.
This room is not suffused with the aquatic magic of the one before it. There is that same column of energy, and there are 5 figures within it. One is standing, robed, its hands outstretched as if supporting this pillar, just like Morgaunt was below. And there are 4 others that are languishing, alive, and making these low moaning sounds. They're draped in robes, and they're just like, they are collapsed upon the ground as if they are in terrible sickness.
Cool. Okay.
They're all within about 60 feet of one another.
What they haven't noticed us.
The sound of the door snapping open has caused the one that's standing, its silhouette shifts almost imperceptibly to look at you.
I'm gonna magic missile it.
It is behind the beam of energy. You can't see it, only its shadow.
Okay.
So we can't see if it has a staff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you could see its silhouette, and it is not carrying a staff.
Okay.
Not in its hands, anyway.
I want to make a perception check and just make sure there aren't any people up, like, higher up. Or anything.
You look up. No need for a perception check here. There are only 2 doors in this room. The one you're in, and the one to the southeast. There is no exit door to this room. There is, however, a very faint patch of blue sky above the pillar this time. Whereas the other ones went straight into the ceiling, there is now a hole about 20 feet in diameter around this column.
And the column is going out through the hole.
Yep, it's shooting right up through the hole
No rivers?
into open air. There are 2 rivers from the door you're coming from and from the alternate way into this room.
Does the hole that is in the ceiling look like it was cut by magic or like purposefully?
You need to be closer to tell that. Yeah. You're all standing in the doorway. What do you do?
I'm gonna...
That's the shield guardian first, right?
Yeah, I want to take the Shield Guardian and I guess Zeph and just go
Alright, the shield guardian
around
sneaks.
to the right.
I'm gonna go around to the left.
Clockwise? Counterclockwise?
Sneak.
To the right would be counter.
Counterclockwise?
It's a circular
Counterclockwise.
room, right?
It's a circular
I'm
room.
going to the right.
Okay,
We're going
not to the
counterclockwise.
left.
I'm gonna sneak to the clockwise direction.
Okay. So you split up. The shield guardian, it's loud.
It's real stealthy.
It's stomping.
I'm gonna go the way of the
The
people.
silhouette with its arms raised, if you're looking at it, you can see it go.
Rolled eyes and everything?
You just see its body language, but it drops its arms, it
wide
throws
eyes.
its head back, and there is a wraith-like rasping from the other side. What is it?
Look, we
Just
have to get
passing through.
past you, so we might as well get this over with. And we are going to get past you. You are going to get your ass kicked. So, shall we start? No more mincing words?
One of the creatures on the ground looks to you, Crowna. It is a human being stripped of all of its flesh and muscle, and it is not but a skeleton with bits of necrotic flesh gripped to its bones, and these cold blue lights glowing in its eye sockets. And it opens its mouth, and this blue vapor exudes from it, and it drags its way across the ground. It claws its way towards you, and it, in this most pitiful of voices, says, "Please, magic, sustenance.
I'm just gonna take a couple steps back.
Another one of those claws its way towards Mara, and it says, "The ritual. It hurts. Please, magic."
I would like to try to smash its skull in. It's mercy.
All right, you raise your axe, make an attack roll.
Nat 20.
Oh, beautiful.
There she
Still
is.
at disadvantage.
Not for attacks, just ability checks.
Just ability.
You bring your axe down, and its skull crunches beneath your weapon. Another one is nearby Zephyr, and it is crawling towards you, and it says, "I can already feel myself slipping away."
Put it out of its misery.
The one that is standing says, "There's not much left of them. I will go the same way before this ritual is completed. This is all for the glory of our master."
Some brand loyalty, huh?
What Renault is doing is for the greater good.
13 to hit that crawly skeleton.
Yes. Bring it down. Bring down the hammer, so to speak.
Right. I don't have to roll damage, it just...
Do roll some damage.
Okay.
The critical hit, I was like, whatever, but...
I'm also
Now I want to roll damage just to know.
12 damage.
12 damage. You crunch this creature, this pathetic thing, and it wheezes and blue vapor emerges from its mouth.
Are we just doing crunch a skeleton now? I'd like to join in.
Roll initiative, please.
Okay.
I played a game like this at a carnival once.
Alright, make that roll. Gonna start with Krona. What did you get, Krona?
13.
13 for Krona. How about Tico?
10.
10 for Tico.
10. What's your initiative mod?
Oh, well, I was using an initiative mod. But
You know, what is it? You rolled a tie roll. Whoever has the higher initiative bonus.
I have +3.
I have 0.
Okay.
Is initiative a disadvantage?
No.
I think it should be, but I don't want to waste time anymore. It is Zephyr's
6.
6 for Zeph. Mara?
9.
9 for Mara. Astrid?
13. What's your dex? Grown
Then +1.
Oh.
Or my initiative is
Yeah.
3.
Okay, so we need to roll off then.
Okay.
I mean, you can just pick, but it doesn't matter.
Why is your initiative +3 if your dex is +1?
I don't know.
Oh, because you're Jack of all trades. It's giving you half proficiency to it.
Okay. Oh, well, I got a nat 20.
Okay, well then
Okay.
you go for me.
Shit had come out bad.
Okay. Krona, it's your turn.
Oh boy, yeah. Let's
And Astrid's on deck.
Actually, instead of if I use my movement to edge around the beam of light, can I get a clear
Yeah,
view
absolutely.
of the dude?
Absolutely.
How far away is he from me?
He is in about the same position that Morgaunt was. He's about 80 feet.
Uh,
Oh, I need to open my
Yeah, I'll
spirits.
just try to shoot him.
I needed to roll initiative for my spirit guardian. He got a nat 20. So, it's fine.
Okay, should he go first?
No, he's
No,
polite.
it's whatever.
Okay, 17 to hit the dude.
You get him.
Okay, and then it's I think it's yeah. It's 3, so 6 damage.
Okay.
He takes 6 damage, and I'm gonna use my second attack to smash the skeleton.
Go for it.
It's nearest to me. That's a 20 something.
Yeah. Crunch.
12 damage.
Cool. You get this guy. There's only one of these left. 3 have been crunched.
Okay, cool.
And you get this guy with your bolt, and it staggers backwards. It looks to you, and it is only barely more human than the other ones. Its flesh is all gray and tight to its bones. It looks like it's aged 1,000 years.
It really is the most gaunt.
It's almost gone. His eyes are gone, and only blue lights remain in their place. And he hisses, and it is Astrid's turn. I'm just gonna have the shield guardian go again.
Okay, I'm gonna magic missile. I'm going to send 6 at this guy and 1 at the last skeleton.
Cool.
Let's see, this one's for the skeleton. 25 damage at the guy, and then 5 at the skeleton.
Skeleton flops. This guy shudders as the force bolts hit him. It is his turn now, and he holds up his hands and says, there must be a better way than violence.
No, I think violence is the way to go. I think we're gonna kill you.
I think it's already dead.
So be it. And he is going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Is this the one with the, like, inky black tentacles? That...
No,
that's...
Everard's Black Tentacles.
Yeah.
This one's also kind of tentacle.
I'm a Mac.
I shouldn't have done that. That was the wrong spell. He's going to cast a different spell.
Okay.
I need to look up what spell that was. He is going to look at your... He's going to look from your shield guardian to you. And I recognize that thing. You stole it from him. That's Elaine's guardian.
Oh,
Not
my
anymore.
skeleton, you mean. He's still pretty calm.
No, it is mine now. I own it.
So you are the 6th that Renault is expecting. I have no desire to prevent you from meeting my master, but I do have orders to hurt you before you do.
Well, you are
Can
an
we cling gust
aberration
strikes?
on
Is
this
this guy like a
planet, and I
giant?
will destroy you.
Make a Constitution save. He casts Blight upon you.
Wait, man.
Are you near Zephyr?
Yeah, you're all still by the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
have plus...
we were making our way around.
Oh,
but I
you're
took
right.
you
Right next to each other, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
plus 3 to your
Plus
saving
3?
throw.
Okay, so that's 14, 17.
That is enough to pass. You take half damage. So instead of 8d8, you take...
Yeah, 4.
You take 19 necrotic damage. So you take... Do you want to take the 9 or the 10?
He rounds up.
Okay, so you
So I
take
take
9.
9, he takes 10.
Oh, he's so good.
He is so
Um,
good. He has twice the hit points I do.
You're using my brother's creature is sick.
Your blood
Your
related?
presence is sick.
Do you still have inspiration?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Give me another. Give it to Zeph.
I still have mine.
Ooh.
Who needs it?
No, I can't do it. It is Tico's turn,
Okay, so
and Sarah's on deck.
I was sneaking around in the clockwise direction.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take another look at this guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna do. That's 11 plus 5, 16 perception.
16 perception. This creature was once a human necromancer or a human warlock of some sort. He is covered in beautiful trappings, symbols of the natural world, feathers. There is a withered wreath of flowers around his head. He is covered in the trappings of the Fae.
Oh,
I see.
Okay.
But it seems as though this magic, almost like strange, a poisoning of energy, has drained him of everything that made him human.
Okay. And there doesn't seem to be anything like on him that he's using to channel magic that I can tell.
He is holding an arcane focus in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's gripped tight. And he's got his eye on it. He would definitely have advantage on a check to keep it from being stolen.
Okay. Well then, I think I'm just gonna stab him.
Yeah. Always a good one. A classic.
So how far away is he from me? I went 30 feet last
You went 30
time.
feet. If you used your cunning action to dash up to him and your movement as well, you could just run up and get him.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Cool.
So that's my
You run like the wind.
bonus action is used in dashing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just use the one action to use a dagger to just stab him in the back. And that's with the sneak.
So you do not have sneak attack because he's aware of you and you don't have any adjacent allies.
But wasn't Tico sneaking?
I did roll.
Did you roll a stealth check?
I did, yeah.
Oh, what did you roll?
I got a 20, not natural.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got sneak attack. He's not aware of your presence.
That's why I went in separate directions.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, okay.
Well, roll to hit.
Yeah, roll the hit, sorry.
You have advantage on the roll
Oh, I do.
because he is not aware of you.
Alright, so that's 20 to hit.
Yeah.
And then 1d4 plus 3. Okay. But it's just the 1d4. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while.
It's been a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just the one? And then...
But then you add a bunch
Plus
of sneak
And a
attack.
bunch of d6s for your sneak attack damage.
Okay, sorry, I don't remember how many.
So you're
5d6. Okay.
Yep, because you're 10th level.
So that's 6 plus.
Yeah, little clatter.
10, 11, 17, 23.
nice.
All right. Yeah, you get him right in the chest. And he... I'm afraid my organs are not where you thought they are. And your blade retracts and there is no blood upon it.
Okay, I guess I should have seen that coming.
But he did take a great deal of damage.
Oh, okay. Phew.
And he staggers back from you. You're a sneaky one. Perhaps I'll kill you then. It is now Saranon's turn. And Mara is on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Nice.
Bring it.
Plus 7 to hit, yeah. So that's 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 46 damage.
D8.
Really?
No. Guiding bolt is
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong there.
Okay. So that's 13 damage. I believe. Yeah, 13 damage.
Cool. Blast him with that radiant light. Very good, Mara.
He's still faintly glowing from Sarah's attack, right?
Your attack has advantage now.
So, I am gonna run up and smack him with my axe.
You are...
I was with Sarah and Zeph.
Okay.
And at 20. Thanks for the advantage.
Yeah, bring that crit down.
Okay, I'm not raging, but that will be 23 damage.
All right. This guy's hurting.
I have another attack.
All right. This one is not an advantage.
That one.
Oh. If only. Well, good thing you critted on the other one.
Yeah. So I swing and just the axe bites into his shoulder, but his flesh is so like dried and withered I have to yank it out.
Yeah. He is able to catch your next blow. He grabs the haft of the axe and throws you backward. It is Zephyr's
I'm gonna use a
turn.
bonus action to activate my shield.
Okay, and the shield guardian is on deck.
So if Mara was able to do a melee, then I am in range to do a melee.
Mara has 40 feet of
Oh,
movement.
I have 35.
You've got 35. Yeah, you
Okay.
can make it.
So I will attack him twice. Those are both nat 20s.
Oh, tasty. He did! Give him that paladin
Roll
damage.
that damage.
Oh man.
KO.
All
I
of
love
it?
when paladins hit.
All of
They
it.
hit.
KO.
Really?
This is is making up for our last session.
Well, all my rolls earlier weren't very good either.
Well, in the last session too, he also rolled with a
Yeah, he really turned it around after the break.
10, 20.
You just need to.
We just need to eat sooner.
30. 49 damage. Some of it's fire. I can count it separately.
Yeah, tell me the fire.
The fire is
He's a leaf skeleton. How good he
32
has
fire damage.
He doesn't. It's the other damage he has resistance to.
The slashing damage?
Yeah. Oh, but it's a magical sword.
Yeah.
It is a magical sword.
Okay, never mind then. How much was it again?
49.
49.
+1 because I love Zeph.
We tried that last time. It didn't work.
I'm gonna keep trying.
You bring up your sword, wreathed in flaming radiance, and you stick it right through this undead's chest. And the flame spreads from the wound and incinerates him, just from the inside out.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Liam.
Astrid leaps for joy.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I pick him up and like swing him around.
Like little clap.
Let's go.
Oh, Zephyr doesn't like
As this creature dies, the column of energy gutters and distorts, and it loses a lot of its mass. It goes from this 10-foot wide thing to maybe like 8 feet in diameter, and a staircase of glowing light appears around the column, spiraling up around it and up into the open air above. It's about an 80-foot climb up around this pillar of guttering energy.
I'm gonna send my spirit guardian over to that first.
Shield guardian?
That
Yeah.
guy. And just kind of pat the stairs to make sure they're stable. Okay.
It looks at you and it goes,
Okay. Good job.
It's
Magic
Magic
is okay.
too.
Yes, it is stable. He did not take any damage.
and it very haltingly just takes one step up.
Oh, he's gone. Let's go.
Can I like scrape some pebbles or whatever from the ground and like throw them at the beam to see if they pass through now?
Takes like some bone shards.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you go.
Oh.
Throw it over and they all pop, 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 pop.
I don't know if I want to go in that magic.
Well, he's gone. And
Well, you don't have to go
Into
into it, you're
magic.
just going
Okay,
around it.
okay.
It's spiraling
I'm
around.
definitely following him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
Zeph follows, and when they are about 10 feet away from the top, Zeph says the magic word and activates the wings. So they can be active for an hour.
Nice.
And I don't want to spend an action in combat doing
Yeah,
that.
I'm doing the same with my boots.
Is there anything you want to do before you emerge?
I'm gonna kill
7
myself. Because I'm down quite a bit.
Yeah.
We are going to take a quick break here while these people address their wounds and their diseases and their exhaustion.
No diseases.
Oh, the diseases are gone.
Yeah.
Their wounds and their exhaustion, and we'll be right back for the end.
Bye-bye.
Hey there, welcome to the middle of the episode. Thanks for sticking with us so far. I know it's kind of a long one. I will get you right back into the action very soon, but I just wanted to take a moment and get up here, get some fresh air, and talk to you a little bit about our Patreon. Worlds Apart is a labor of love. Hannah and I are producing this show because we love Dungeons and Dragons, and we think it's a great medium for storytelling, collaborative storytelling. One way you can support the show and help us make it as good as it can be is by backing us on Patreon. There's going to be a little link up there in the corner of the video. Your support is really very important to us. It allows us to improve our equipment, get better cameras, better microphones, make the show look and sound even better. It lets us get more art and music, like the incredible opening theme by Teza Belmont you heard at the start of the video, or the art by Becca Hallstedt, Joma Cueto, Caio Santos and Kat Liu, and Madison Chapman that you saw throughout the video as well. And moreover, it gives me and Hannah a little bit more time to dedicate to this show. Okay, I think I've talked long enough. Let's get right back to the action. Let's wrap this episode up. Let's get to the incredible confrontation with the warlock Renault at the end of this episode. See you there. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's get right back into the action then. You have now ascended very nearly to the top of the spiral staircase. You push those last few feet, the shield guardian going first, and then you all emerge into the open air. The column of energy that you followed up from the roots of the mountain now shoots into the sky and bursts open into 1,000 tiny branches of arcane energy that knit into a huge cerulean storm cloud above you. It is as if you were beneath the canopy of a massive, crackling tree. Jagged stone walls rise all around you to form a crater here at the top of Hollow Mountain. At the far north of the crater is a 50-foot-high archway pressed flat against the wall. Its borders are made from the carved image of 2 entwining serpents. Standing before the arch is a man. His arms are raised, just like the 2 you've seen on the approach. But in his right hand, he holds up a gruesome skull-topped staff. He wears a navy blue military jacket festooned with medals and gold buttons, and draped over his shoulder is a jet black cloak lined with white ermine fur. He turns as you approach, and you can see that a full black goatee covers his jaw, and his silver-streaked black hair is slicked back across his head. His skin is eerily pale. He lowers his arms and clacks the base of the staff that he's holding, the human spine of the staff, and clacks it against the stone. And he looks across you and says, "Welcome. I'm sure we all know why you're here. I am Renault, the Dark Sorcerer, leader of the monsters that have ravaged your nation, and you are 6 grand heroes here to kill me. Shall we cut the crap?"
Yeah. Hey, Sarah, he's got your look down better than you do.
I do not.
What are you going to upgrade to that staff?
I do not need the vestments of war. I only need Nergal to guide me.
I have awaited this day for years, decades. It has been prophesied in my land.
Really? Because we found out about it like a week ago.
Yeah, this is sort of like a small part of our lives. I think we're all going to move on afterwards, and you will just be sort of an insignificant speck in the shadow of our crowned glory.
I'm afraid that history will remember this quite differently. This is the moment. This is the moment where I break that prophecy and change the course of history forever. My people will be freed from the shackles that your mistakes have doomed them to.
What are you talking about?
You don't even know. You don't even understand everything that we've suffered for. Everything that we've done. You don't understand these pacts that I've been forced to make to keep my people safe, to end the mistakes that your cruel and selfish actions have wrought upon mine.
I'm only 19. I have nothing to do with that.
That's true. I should not be saying this to all of you. You could not possibly understand. Let's make this quick. Roll initiative.
Can I sneak?
Roll initiative.
Is this initiative at disadvantage?
Oh!
No.
Okay.
Ooh!
Did you get a 1 or a 20?
Oh! I got a nat 1.
Nice.
Better roll it on
Oh,
a
you got a nat 1? I thought it was a 2, sorry.
4.
4 for Corona. Tico.
5.
Oh!
Hmm.
A Saranon.
So I got a nat 20.
Nice. What's your total? 20?
20, yeah. And my shield guardian got a 4.
Great. Shield Guardian will go last. Zephyr.
14.
Okay. Mara.
17.
17. And Astrid.
22.
Very nice. Somehow that beats a Saranon with a nat 20.
Well, I didn't roll a nat 20. But...
I know, but it still beats it.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Natural
Back here, I
20.
guess.
Oh, that bastard.
Ooh.
What's his dex bonus?
Plus 3, but he gets a plus 13, 33.
What the fuck?
Fuck?
Uh-oh.
I guess we're in his lair, so he's gonna
this is
get
gonna be rough.
lair actions.
He raises his arms, staff in one hand. By the powers of the Fiend, the Old One, and the Archfey, I cast my righteous judgment. Time stop!
What?
Time is stopped for 4 rounds.
What does that mean?
It means that he has 4 rounds to do whatever he wants.
What the
Okay.
Mom, can you come get her?
I assume I can't counterspell that very effectively.
You can try.
Actually, yeah.
You'd have to make a 90.
You are not within 60 feet of him.
Oh.
Not within the range of the spell.
Are we in his lair?
No, this isn't his lair.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
His layer is
So he's like
much
a
nicer.
real ass. He's just like a fucking warlock. Like,
Yeah.
why would he have a lair?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he is human, so he shouldn't get any legendary actions.
I mean, I
but-
have a lair.
Do you?
Time stop. You briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you take 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row, during which you can use actions and move as normal. The spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period or any of the effects that you create during this period affects a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you.
Okay.
In addition, the spell ends if you move to a place more than 1,000 feet from the location where you cast it. So he is going to do several things. First, he's going to cast Globe of Invulnerability upon himself.
Coward.
He is also going to cast Delayed Blast Fireball, centered within you. He is also going to cast Cloud Kill, centered above you. And finally, he is going to cast Finger of Death upon Mara, which ends the spell. So here's what happens. Yes, please make a Constitution saving throw, Mara.
14.
I'm afraid you take 63 necrotic damage.
Holy
Okay.
shit, okay.
And now the Delayed Blast Fireball goes off.
No.
Dex saves, right?
And every one of you must make a dexterity save.
Plus 3s, everybody.
Zephyr's finding the silver lining here.
No! Ooh. How is it possible?
So, Krona?
24.
That's a pass, half damage.
I got a nat 1.
Well, you still take half damage because of your evasion.
Okay.
Saranon.
6.
21.
Pass?
22.
Pass?
14.
Oh, 9 actually, plus 3. Okay, well,
So everyone who got a 20 or above takes half damage, plus Tico, whose evasion protects him. So this is going to be 12d6 fire damage.
Oh, resistance!
Oh, and also I have... Can I use a reaction?
That Uncanny Dodge is only against attacks, not spells.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's a mistake a lot of people make.
But the spell is attacking us.
Yeah.
We are under attack, decidedly.
So it's 37 fire damage. Everyone who cuts it in half cuts it in half. Anyone who's a tiefling cuts it in half again. So 37 will cut in half. Well, 37 to Saranon, then it cuts in half to 18, and Crown will cut it to 9.
Alright.
oh god, I'm bad at math. Oof. Is that 18 and 19?
Yes.
Because that's 18 to me and then 19
Yes.
to
Yep, and 19 to the Shield Guardian.
God, I'm so glad we got this.
I am bloodied.
Okay, and now there is a stinking cloud of
sorry.
There is a stinking cloud of poisonous gas hovering 20 feet above you that will descend. At the start of his next turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. It is the start of his next turn.
Okay.
Would anyone like to hold their breaths?
Yes.
I'm sorry, this affects creatures even who hold their breath. That wasn't me trying to be mean. That was just me fucking up the rules. I'm sorry. That sounded like a real bastard thing to say.
Yeah.
That was not my intention.
Joey.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hey, Joey?
Yeah.
Joey? I'm a unicorn.
It just affects us.
13. I'd like you to make a Constitution save, everyone.
You know the drill.
Thank God. Oh, no, not great.
We're good. It's the same as last time.
What do I even use this for?
Fair. Thank you.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Me too.
All right.
Dark inspiration.
Sounds good.
I don't want to take poison damage right now. Hasted.
Another one? Stop using that die!
Poor Tico.
That's a 21.
Anyone who passes 20 takes half damage. DC 20.
Jesus.
Can I obey stink?
No.
But the stink is attacking you.
Only on deck saves. The
When
stink.
someone farts on the bus, they there, but I don't think for nose.
That's a lie. You cannot.
Okay. Kat, did you beat 20?
I did.
Did you beat 20?
No.
Did you
I
beat
met
20? Nice. That's a pass. Did you?
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So anyone who failed takes 18 poison damage. Anyone who passed takes 9. And this cloud is now lingering around you. He is concentrating on the spell as the cloud kill surrounds you.
I have 6 hit points remaining.
I'll get to you in a second.
That makes it the end of his turn. He looks about as the, let's see, what was it? It was smoke, noxious gas,
Finger of death.
and the necrotic blast clears out from around you. And he looks about, his brow furrows for a moment, and he says, "And yet all of you still stand. Very well. Come to me. Come and prove your history right if you can." That makes it Astrid's turn.
Take a wild guess.
Magic missile! I'm going to cut you off at the pass. He casts Shield as a reaction, which eats the magic missiles.
Well,
Okay.
I am going to use 4 of my healing lights on Mara.
Oh, very good.
How close are we to him?
You are 80 feet from him.
17.
Thank you.
But you can see him through the branching magical energy. The column is not obscuring him in any way.
How high, like how tall is the stinking cloud?
The stinking cloud, good question. I'll come back to you on that. In the meantime, it is a Serenon's turn with Mara on deck.
Okay. How many did you get healed for just now?
I'm still down 82.
Okay. So you get 11 points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right on. Mara, it's your turn, and Zephyr is on deck.
Okay.
Any word on that cloud?
Oh, yeah, 20 foot radius sphere, sorry, so you're 25 feet up.
Okay.
If you're 5 feet above it, yeah.
Oh. Okay, sure. You know, I've gotten pretty angry in my life. But you arrogant bastard, congratulating us, thinking you can change the workings of prophecy. We'll see about that. I would like to rage.
Uh-huh.
And, he is 80 feet from us. I am going to use my movement to go 40 feet towards him. Not running, just very deliberately walking pulling my axe out with my other hand, I'm gonna down a potion.
Cool.
Might as well do that greater healing potion. Cool.
Good idea.
That's my turn.
Very good. Zephyr and Tico is on deck.
I am going to move 60 feet diagonally, trying to move towards him. And I'm just gonna use my cure wounds.
All right.
At 3rd level.
Right on.
My sword and shield are out. I'm ready.
You're ready. Very good. Tico, Crown is on deck.
Okay. How do I go about going from him knowing where I am to sneaking?
You'll have to find some sort of cover.
Okay. So I can...
Ooh.
Or big cloud.
Actually, if you could make your way from the fog cloud to, like, hiding behind someone or a rocky outcropping, you could probably find cover there.
Okay, should I roll, like, a perception check to see if I can find a flight path?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Well, that's not great. That's 10.
So you see a path, but it's treacherous.
Yeah.
If your stealth check can beat 20, you'll be able to make it.
Okay. Luckily, I have my elven cloak on, which gives me advantage on stealth checks. But I think I already had that. Well, anyway. It's still a nice looking cloak.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 plus 11.
Yeah. You are able to navigate the path of uneven stones and little rocky precipices. You travel through a small ravine, and you actually make it to the shade of the wall of the crater, and you are hidden from his sight.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So that was 30 feet, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash another 30 feet.
Cool. So you use your action to hide, movement to move, bonus action to move again. So you're within 20 feet of Renault right now.
Cool. That's all I do.
That brings us to Crowna and the Shield Guardians on deck.
I'm going to use my movement to move 30 feet towards him. And as I do so, I unsling my cello, and it sort of hits the ground first, and the end of it skips across the ground, making like a scratching noise, and sparks fly up. And then I want Renault to make an intelligence save.
An intelligence save. He's gonna succeed on it.
Seriously?
Intelligence saves scare me.
Whatever. He's still gonna take 8d6 of damage, and then I'll have that later.
Okay.
Oh. Well, couldn't you just do 4?
Technically, you're supposed to roll them all and have them.
Yeah, it's actually better if you roll them all and have them because
Yeah.
they're variants.
Okay.
But
Okay, 15.
sometimes when it's supposed to be like 12 dice, I'm like, I'll just roll half of that.
Okay, it's 30, so he takes 15 psychic damage.
All right.
That's not bad.
He's not resistant to it.
But he doesn't get the effects that
The
come
cool
after.
effect, yeah.
He's too smart. He's a nerd.
No, he just chose to save on it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That last legendary resistance being saved for something big. Yeah, he's not going to get banished. He's not letting that happen.
Oh, so I should
Polymorph.
waste a banishment. And then afterwards we can do
Polymorph.
what we want.
That brings us to the Shield Guardian's turn.
I'm just gonna move him closer to
Yep.
Renault.
He clunks forward. His movement is what, 30 feet?
30.
Cool. Bump, 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 bump.
He doesn't have a double action.
He can use his action to dash. Yeah, so 60 feet forward.
Possible because he can only do melee attacks.
Renault stands his ground in front of this sort of Stargate-looking arch, and Renault stands his ground in front of this circular arch.
Damn it! I was really hoping Jason Momoa was gonna step out.
Like some kind of astral portal.
Yeah. And he is going to turn invisible.
Damn it!
And the cloud kill drifts away, dispersed on the wind.
Invisible, eh?
Fairy fire.
Yep. You do not know his location anymore.
Knew I should have used Branding Smite. Fuck.
That brings us to Astrid with a Saranon on deck.
Astrid's gonna scoot a little bit down, but not land. She's hovering 4 feet off the ground. Let's see. She's kind of hurting a little bit.
Could use one of your healing potions. You have an action, but
yeah. I bought 10 flasks of oil.
Okay.
I'm gonna huck 2 of them at the ground, roughly where Renault is standing.
Okay. So he was standing on a little pedestal before this archway. Are you going to throw it right on the pedestal, or are you going to throw it to the right or to the left of it?
One right on top, one like to the right of it.
That would be 2 actions to throw 2 vials.
Fine, I'll throw just one right on top of the thing.
Right on top of it. All right, it splashes, and there is now oil covering the pedestal.
Okay, so he's not there.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
I was waiting for this.
Oh, I was paying attention to the cat. I thought you were pointing at the cat again. I was like, yeah, the cat.
yeah.
It was your moment. It was your shining moment.
Sorry, let's take another thing. Come get y'all cheers.
I got there before you deal with it.
And then I'm gonna use my last healing lights on myself.
Cool.
Okay.
He can definitely deal more than 34 damage to me at once, so...
Fair.
All right. From Astrid, we come to a Saranon.
Okay. We moved up to Renault, right?
You are like within 40 feet of him right now. Yeah.
Closer.
Well, I mean, you don't know where he is right now, but you're within 40 feet of the
Well, I'm gonna move up
arch.
to where my shield guardian is.
Cool.
Or in that
So now you're within
direction.
20 feet of the arch.
Yeah. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at the arch,
Okay.
like the top.
Cool. So there are the heads of serpents on top of the arch, entwining around each other.
Yeah.
So your sacred flame strikes it, and a bit of stone crumbles down from the top of it. Looks like it's just struck the arch. What?
Can the oil ignite?
Ooh, I like that.
Sure.
Why?
It's radiant damage, but it's not. It's fun. Yeah, absolutely. So the sacred flame strikes it, and instead of hot red flames, this brilliant golden fire goes across the pedestal of the archway.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's metal as hell, Astrid.
All right. Saranon brings us to Mara with Zephyr on deck.
Okay, so my rage ends, unfortunately. I'm gonna activate my shield. And this arch, does it look important? Does it look like, I don't know.
Big
I
snakes.
mean, he was standing on a big pedestal right in front of it.
It looks
Really
significant.
fancy. I'm going to pull out my pickaxe and walk over and start smashing it as best as I can to bits. Hey, Renault! Come out, coward!
Y'all are
I love Minecraft.
Would you like me to make an attack roll?
No, you
okay.
start going ham on this thing.
Yeah.
You take out your pickaxe and you manage to smash through one of the serpent's faces. So now the serpent on the right has been smashed to bits. That brings us to Zephyr with Tico on deck.
I am going to use a bonus action to cast Branding Smite on my sword.
Okay. To the right or to the left of the pedestal, and then make an attack roll with disadvantage. And if it would hit his AC and he's there, you will hit.
Okay, well, Zephyr is on the right side of the pedestal,
Okay.
so they will move forward a bit with a huge swing, hoping to catch somewhere in there. That is a 24.
That is a hit.
So he can't turn invisible for the remainder of the thing.
You run over, you swing your sword wildly as it glows with vibrant light, and you somehow manage, with your wild blows, to strike true.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I can also still use spell slots to do my normal smite.
Indeed you can.
Okay. Expending my other 3rd level spell, because I want to smite this bastard. So that's...
So you strike him, and his visibility breaks, and he goes, "Ah!"
Why did I roll 2d? Oh right, it was a disadvantage.
Yep. Yeah. And now he's visible. He staggers backwards, shock in his eyes, gripping the staff with both hands.
Can I use my shield bash?
Sure.
17 to hit.
Break his nose.
That is an exact hit on his armor class.
So he needs to make a strength save.
18.
Damn it. That's okay. He still takes... I'm still gonna... Can I do another smite?
With your shield, absolutely.
How many of these can you do in one
He's
turn?
burning spell slots. Yeah.
This is where
Wait.
This is where you burn them.
Man,
Takes another-
paladins with that DPS.
Yeah.
17 radiant damage. And he takes 6 bludgeoning from my shield.
17 and 6, 23. Your shield, however, is non-magical, and he takes no damage from it. Just
I still bashed him in the face.
like bread for butter. The shield was merely a vehicle for the radiant damage.
Do you only eat bread for butter, Haeck?
Maybe butter was the wrong topping. Like
Pepperoni and
like-
tortilla chips.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like tortilla chips and guac. I've already said the metaphor. It's kind of garbage
Y'all
now.
just gonna let me say
It's-
pepperoni?
For what?
For bread?
Moving right
That's
along.
okay.
Now that we've thoroughly broken the tension.
That's it.
Yeah, so hold on 1 second. Zephyr, you bash him once, he reels backwards, and he is enwreathed in your glowing fey radiance. And a thick cloud of black smoke emerges from his mouth, and he chokes and gags. And in his staggered state, you smash him in the face with your shield, and a radiant burst causes him to stagger backwards again. And as he raises his hand, actually it's his left hand, but I don't have that hand free. As he raises his left hand, the one without a staff, to cover his face, you see the truth. In the rays of your radiance, as it cuts through the illusions surrounding him, you see not a hand of white flesh, but of a withered claw covered in arcane tattoos. And as your radiance spreads across Renault's body, you now see a horrific form. It's appearing on screen right now. And yes,
Does anyone else see it? Or
you
just
see, and everyone now sees the truth.
So the last thing that Zephyr does is says, "What are you?" He can't respond yet. It's not unless
It
it's
is Kiko's turn with Krona on deck.
That's why you take a girl
All right,
on the first
so.
date.
Did you say swimming? Yeah. So you can see all her arcane tattoos.
So you can see her withered necrotic flesh and her arcane tattoos.
Get you a girl who does both.
He is the girl who does both.
I don't want him though.
Unfortunate. Your loss.
More for the rest of us.
Anyway, it's Tico's turn.
Okay. Now seeing that is pretty alarming, but I think Tico has not averted his gaze from the staff since Renault appeared again. And I'm gonna go for it now, especially since he's kind of staggered back. I'm gonna go for it.
All right, go for it.
No, don't roll that one. That one's bad.
Well, I have sneak, so I have advantage.
You have advantage. He's unaware of your
Try
target.
both, I guess.
I'm gonna try both of these. Sure, why not? Okay, is this a sleight of hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Against his perception.
Okay. But he has disadvantage on perception. Because
Because of your cloak.
Yeah.
That is the real power of that cloak.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
19
Plus.
19 plus 11, that's 30.
16.
I grab it.
You grab the staff. It is wrenched from his grasp, and he snarls,
And I
"No!"
still have a bonus action. I'm gonna run away.
As you use your bonus action, he is going to use his paralyzing touch.
It was disengaging
Disengage is probably.
as a bonus action because cunning action.
So you disengage. Yeah, he reaches out this one claw to grab you in paralytic strength, but you whisk right past him.
That's the power of disengaging, is there's no opportunity attack. Normally it takes an action to disengage.
It is now Crown's turn with the Shield Guardian on deck.
Okay, now that... whatever. Have him make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. $27.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna roll these 5 dice, and I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take half of that.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. Ooh, pretty good spread. 10, 14, 19, 24, so he takes 12 psychic damage. And I'm gonna use... Who's after me?
Me.
Okay.
Or no, the shield guardian, excuse me.
Astrid is the next character.
Okay.
Astrid's
touch, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. Within 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Astrid's close enough, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give an inspiration then.
Oh, thanks, sis.
And I'm almost one left.
The Shield Guardian.
Okay, he's gonna make 2 fist attacks. He's
Alright.
close enough to attack now. Oh no! 11s all around.
Well, those don't hit, but I regret to say that his non-magical fists wouldn't have done anything to Renault anyway.
He's mostly distractionary at this point.
Fair.
He's just big and in the way.
Grapple.
It is now Renault's turn, and he is pulled in 3 directions. His staff has gone. Zephyr has struck him and revealed his true self, and he also has his action that he wishes to perform. So he staggers back from Zephyr, and you asked him... Well, no, just like a foot. He staggers back, and you asked him, what are you? And he says, I am what I have been forced to become. And he says, child, give me that staff. And he casts Dominate Monster.
No.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving
I'm not a
throw.
monster. I'm just a boy.
Any...
He's just a little boy.
I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is Chico still within 10 feet of Zephyr?
Yes.
Ooh, so plus 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I within 60 feet of Renault?
Sure.
Should I counterspell this?
It would be a pretty good counterspell if it goes off. That's a damn 8th level spell.
Yeah.
So charisma check DC 18.
Hold on one sec, yeah. The counterspell would happen first.
Wait, I do have my...
You had your charisma, so...
Okay.
plus-
Yeah. Where did it go? This one? Oh.
Did your hair get in the way of you seeing the die?
It did.
What's the result on the die?
9.
So you make the save with advantage because you are in combat with him.
Okay.
Oh.
So you rolled something bad.
I rolled a bad one at first, yeah.
You have one more shot.
That's better.
12 plus 1.
Plus 3.
Oh, plus 3.
So plus
So
4.
Plus
16.
That's not 20.
Alright.
And there is a moment where everything that you've been told to do, get the staff, go, run, all is wiped from your mind. You are charmed by Renault. He is your closest ally. There is no one else in this world that you are more loyal to than him. And he has just commanded you to give him the staff that you took from him.
Okay. That doesn't count as an attack, huh?
He attacked me with his charms.
I feel personally attacked.
I feel personally attacked.
I don't have anything that
But it's not my
creatures can't
turn,
be charged
so...
So, oh, no.
So on your next turn, you follow his order to the best of your ability.
Okay. So y'all better do something.
Yeah.
You can't be
Because
frightened.
can I tell that what's been happening? Like what happened?
You can't tell. You're charmed by him. You are
Right.
totally under his thrall. Everyone else, it's pretty clear as soon as he says, "Give me the staff," and you don't run, and instead you take a halting step towards him, that something's up.
Tico!
Oh boy.
Good talk.
Make the guardian grapple Tico.
I know that's what I was gonna do.
Oh.
Is Astrid's turn.
Okay.
Astrid's gonna swoop in and attack with her sword.
Going after Renault?
Yeah.
Bring it.
Oh, right, it's a magical weapon.
I forgot how to do math. 15 to hit.
No.
Gross. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Instead, she's just gonna yell at him in Celestial.
He looks at you and says, "Back in Celestial, what an interesting language for one like you to know."
I also know that. I heard all that.
She shrugs and says, "It's ironic, huh?"
He smiles, this undead, rotting thing.
Don't do that.
A creature like you should not speak this holy language.
Also, can I pray as a free action?
Sure, absolutely.
Pray to Elo and my angel, whose name I've forgotten.
That's real charming.
And just beg for help.
Okay. Your prayers are released into the ether. Come what may. It is a Serenon's turn with Mara on deck.
Okay. Could I get a Constitution save?
19?
Yeah. All right, but you're still gonna take 4d8. I cast Blight, and then oh my God, math. Okay, that's another 10, so that's 28 plus 8 is 36 plus 7.
43.
43. Thank you.
Damn.
Okay, so
43,
and a half.
cut in half, 21. Right on.
Yeah.
He snarls. The necrotic damage isn't doing much to his already necrotic form, but he does... He is being wounded. He is bloodied. There is blackish ichor dripping from his limbs. It is Mara's turn. He is reaching out a gnarled claw to Tico to take the staff back. Make a perception check for me, please.
Oh wait. Let me re-roll that. I accidentally rolled with advantage.
Well, you should be making it with disadvantage, right? Because you're exhausted?
Yeah. That was a 13 and a 19. So 13, 18.
18. With disadvantage, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you see two things. First, Renault reaching for the staff. He is desperate to retake it. The second thing you see is the branching tree of magical energy in the center of this room. It's making a strange noise. As the staff has been taken from Renault's hand, the already unstable, destabilized energy of this ritual is beginning to lose cohesion. The column itself is shrinking and sputtering and crackling, and the cloud above is rolling with golden lightning.
I would like to run to Tico and grab the staff out of his hands.
Okay, make a strength check with disadvantage, opposed by his strength check.
I'm...
Disadvantage?
You can-
Or...
No, because I got
Yeah.
my exhaustion went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you rage right now, you can have advantage on that strength check.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to rage.
Furious at your friends' actions.
Just
Or
furious.
furious that Renault is trying to
Sure.
control him. So
Well,
now
lucky you.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
We'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
that's a 22.
That's 3.
Was that a nat 1?
No, I have no strength modifier. I'm a weak boy.
So you, with fury in your eyes, you rush over to Tico. You grab the staff and wrench it from his hands.
And I break the staff over my knee.
Make one last strength check.
19.
And the staff snaps. Renault spins to you, literal flames, blue flames in his eyes, and he says, What have you done? And as you snap the staff, the trunk of the tree, the column of energy, cracks. And the cloud above you descends rapidly. Renault gasps, and he looks up in absolute terror, and he runs towards the gateway. Yep, make an opportunity attack.
Am I close enough to get a reaction? Does my shield guardian get an attack?
Yep, it has reactions.
Hey, am I close enough?
He's actually going to make a concentration save. This is a thing that could have broken his concentration. He rolled a 3. His mental domination fades from your mind. You have a moment of horror, of realization of what you almost did, and then you instantly try and make an attack. Yeah, I'd say all of you who are within melee range could get at him.
12 damage.
All right. He.
Could I grapple as a reaction? Or
It's not an
just
attack.
grab him?
That would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Make a.
Because I got a 22.
Just roll pure strength for that.
Yeah, 22.
Oh. He's going to try and make a dexterity check. No. He is restrained. Your attack is advantage. Your attack is advantage. See if you crit. Your attack is advantage.
No, but that's okay.
I still rolled max damage.
Yeah, baby. 27?
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna say sorry to Mara.
6.
It's okay.
Am I?
It's not your fault.
Am I on an opportunity?
He's gonna take 6d10 force damage.
Great.
Because I'm casting Steel's Wind Strike. So I turn invisible for a second, and then I appear within 5 feet of him, and then
I love that spell.
strike.
I love that spell.
I love turning around invisible.
That's an anime move right there.
24, 34.
Yeah. Astrid is a Maho Shoujo character, and Crown is just a shonen character. Yeah.
He takes 50 force damage.
Holy crap!
So I turn on my heel, I
dangerous.
disappear, and then he feels like a gust whirling past him and around him, and then I appear in front of him with sudden death raised over my head, and my cello, and I crack it down on top of his blighted, disgusting skull.
And Renault's skull cracks. Make that attack.
I did. It was over 20.
That's a hit.
So that's 6 fire damage, and then 4 slashing damage, and then a total of 16 radiant damage.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Who else was making opportunity attacks? Anyone left? You already made yours.
Yeah.
So
26 to hit, FYI.
So Astrid with her rapier, Crowna with sudden death, her invulnerable cello.
Do I still have a reaction too?
Yeah.
Because I was right next to Tico.
I forgot to
Yeah.
roll the damage from the cello.
It wouldn't do anything. He's immune.
Well,
It's like chips for guac. It is merely a vehicle for all the force damage.
He is immune to all of my attacks, unfortunately, because they're...
Unfortunately.
Wait, can I bash him with my magical... Oh, my shield is
You might
animated.
as well. I mean,
I could
do
catch
it
it
for
and try to
fun.
hit him with
I mean, you can just hit him for fun.
yeah, just punch him.
Basically just a beanbag at this point.
So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks in unison first all strike him at once, and he is engulfed in force, flame, holy radiance, and the magical power of love.
Where's
That's
the
Astrid's
lie?
whole sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
And he roars in fury, confusion, and defeat. And you see his soul leave his body. You see his physical form crumble to dust instantly, and a wraith-like apparition emerge from the form and say, "This will never be the end!" And the apparition disappears into thin air, and the cloud crashes upon you all, and everything goes dark. That's where we're going to end for today. Thanks so much for watching our first episode of Worlds Apart. We'll see you later.